Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school football playoffs. Tonight, the Kind Company, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Rightmark Roofing presents the Indian Valley Braves versus the New Lexington Panthers in the Division IV Region 15 final from Coshocton High School. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Now let's head to the Hartzler Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Big Z Sports.
At the beginning of the season, hundreds of member schools of the OHSAA start off the year for high school football with everyone on their sights set to go to the state levels, and the winner of this game will take one step closer to crowning themselves a new champion. Good evening, everyone. High school football on the way as the Indian Valley Braves taking on the New Lexington Panthers from Coshocton and Stewart Field, your backdrop for this Region 15 regional final. Nick McWilliams and Shannon Thomas, your broadcast crew for today, live here at WJER 100.9 FM. And, of course, Shannon later on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. This is going to be deja vu for a lot of people. This exact game was played on this field one round prior to that, though, in the regional semifinals a year ago, which is kind of crazy that we find ourselves back here again.
Yeah, last year everybody thought that these two schools were the best two teams in the region. They just had to face each other in the semifinals. This year they're both back, and they're going to face each other in a game that trip to the Final Four is on the line. For
Indian Valley would be another trip to the Final Four back-to-back seasons if they're able to capture a win here tonight. For New Lexington would be the first time since 2008 they have found themselves as one of the last four teams out of their division. This Division IV Region 15 clash, you are now locked into the Wood Electric pregame show as we're going to be getting set for kickoff here in just a little while. Shannon, you remember from last year's game, kind of a tight one in the early going. Some people were wondering, what does Indian Valley have to change? What do they have to do to try to find the edge? And what it ended up being was a pair of red zone trips for New Lexington that they were unable to cash in on that really turned the tide in favor of the Braves and started their run to that state title last year.
Yeah, one of those turnovers by New Lex last year happened right before the halftime. The Braves scored. New Lex got the ball in short time, went down the field, and then Indian Valley intercepted in the end zone. And then they got the ball right after half and went down and put another score on the board. And that's kind of what opened that game up last year. But this New Lex team this year is a whole lot different compared to last year's team. Last year's team, they like to throw the ball a lot. They moved around. They had a very good quarterback last year. This year, new kid under the center, and they're a little more of a balanced team this year. They run a little bit, they throw a little bit, and they're pretty physical on defense.
Well, if you were tuned in for last year's game, that new man under center for New Lexington is going to sound rather familiar because it's now junior Lane Ratliff, who was a wide receiver for this team last year. Ratliff's got some good mobility, a good arm, completes the ball almost 70% of the time. So it's an efficient passing attack when you're talking about a 1,400-yard passer and about a 1,400-yard running back in Paul Stenson. I think this is going to be a very balanced attack, like you said.
Yeah, and the biggest thing at the quarterback position, he manages the game well. You know, he's got all those completions because he knows when he can get those completions, and he's very shifty on his feet. If he needs to pull it down and run, he's got a little bit of speed to him, and that's what you need at this level right now. This week, you know, when you make a this deep run, you need somebody who's going to take care of the ball and make all the right calls.
On the other side of the coin for the Indian Valley Braves, as they find themselves back here once again, have not lost since these regional rounds in 2023. An incredible run that they've been going on. Last year capped off with a Division IV state title. Indian Valley has one goal in mind: repeat, something that is so incredibly difficult to do. Now that the field has narrowed down to the final 8 teams in each division, things start getting that much tighter and the competition gets that much tougher.
Yeah, like you said, the competition just gets tougher, and it kind of ramps up the energy. And sometimes when you get this far, it also can kind of make you a little more nervous and make you do things that you're not normally used to do, like getting a lot of penalties. And that's what both teams are going to have to do tonight. They're going to have to keep their emotions in check. You don't want to get called for a stupid penalty after the whistle, and you don't want to get called for penalties, starting too early.
A dynamic offense led by junior quarterback Riker Williams and senior running back Grady Kinsey. Kinsey had the record watch last week and now is the new man at top of the OHSAA standings or rankings of all time in terms of rushing touchdowns. Already tied the all-time total touchdown record as well. He finds himself in the end zone. He now sits alone at top of that list as well. It's going to be no surprise then what New Lexington's probably been keying on during the week in practice.
Well, and that's the thing. New Lex has got to do what everybody does. They all know Grady Kinsey's going to run the ball, but you got to stop him. And to this point right now, nobody's really been successful this year. I mean, he's had a couple games where they found ways to make it difficult on him, but haven't really shut him down. And that's what New Lex is going to have to do. You got to find a way to stop him, but don't fall for that play-action fake, because as soon as you think that Kinsey's got the ball, Williams will throw it or Williams will run it himself, and you can get yourself in a whole lot of trouble, and you kind of get your defense on their heels a little bit if you get caught looking at Grady too much.
Yeah, I mean, there are playmakers on the outside as well. It's not just Williams and Kinsey. You've also got playmakers at the receiver position, whether it's Reese St. Clair, Colt James, Carson Hostetler, a whole bunch of guys who can really burn you, even Bradley Barr from the fullback position as well.
And they also got a healthy tight end that they didn't have for part of the season in Kellen Coates.
Kellen Coates had a couple weeks ago, would have said his first touchdown of the year, or one of his no, it wouldn't have been his first touchdown of the year, but had a touchdown that was called back. And that was another thing that we talked about, though, was just another wrinkle. Braves have been doing a good job so far. They're going to have their bread and butter of Kinsey A-gap, Kinsey B-gap, but they're also showing a few other things that they have not really shown throughout the regular season. That makes it even that much more of a match-up nightmare.
Yeah, and that's kind of what anybody want to do. They show a little bit on film, and then they show nothing on film. And so then that kind of becomes a problem for opposing teams, not knowing what's going to happen when the game gets started. They probably looked at the last 5 games of Indian Valley that they could get their hands on, trying to figure out those first 10 plays they're going to run. And then don't be shocked if Indian Valley doesn't come out and just pull something completely out of the hat and catch you off guard.
We're going to break this game down more and take a deeper dive into both of these sides as we roll on with your Wood Electric pregame show. Later on, we got to catch up with both head coaches, Kevin Board for New Lexington, Matt Lancaster for Indian Valley. Stay tuned. More high school football is on the way. And, of course, if you have not done so, get subscribed to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel following this contest, as well as our other regional final contest with the Garraway Pirates taking on the Kirtland Hornets. Both those games will be posted on our YouTube channel, but you can get all the action throughout tonight here in the Sports Voice of the Valley at 100.9 FM and over in Z Country 99.9 WTUZ. Stay tuned. High school football is on the way.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com.
Big Z Sports live at Stewart Field for the regional finals out of Division IV, Region 15. The Indian Valley Braves taking on the new Lexington Panthers. And Shannon, coming up, we'll be talking with both head coaches who were at the helm 1 year ago when these two teams met. At this point, I think this was the game. Well, for one, New Lexington knew, they needed to take a little bit more additional step heading into the next season in order to find themselves in a regional final. Clearly, they've done that as they find themselves here in that next round. For Indian Valley, if you remember correctly, when we were leaving here, there were some question marks as to what this Indian Valley team was. We knew how good they were, but we saw some uncharacteristic mistakes when they took on New Lexington in the regional semis. There were definitely some ideas of moving forward. Hey, they're going to be taking on St. Clairsville next week. What are they going to be able to give forward to the Red Devils? Which they obviously ended up answering those questions rather resoundingly. With that in mind, do you think this is another opportunity for both these teams? We're down to this point of the season to kind of answer some certain questions and put no doubt into what these teams are like.
One thing about both of these teams coming into this game, they both have put up a lot of points on offense, and they both have held their teams pretty well in check on defense with a few games here and there. Tonight you find out which one of your defenses is going to be the one to make the adjustments, because I believe coming into this game tonight, these two teams are a little better matched up than some of the games that they've already played this season. So I think whichever team's defense is the one that can make the adjustments tonight will be the team to find out just how good they are.
Well, that was a part of it during our initial scene set that we didn't even get the chance to talk about yet, is Indian Valley's defense. Yes, we know what their offensive side of the ball can do with Kinsey and Williams and the other playmakers. This is a defense that is vastly improved from last season, which is kind of crazy to think considering that was a state championship campaign.
Well, this is a defense that's really improved in my eyes since week one. Week one, we've seen all kinds of fits that Green gave them, and then we've seen like a couple holes that Garraway was able to find. And last week, they just kind of really put everything together against Alder where, guys come up with some interceptions. The last few games, they've been creating some serious turnovers. And I think a big help was getting Titan Peterman back last week on that defensive line with Williams and Peterman and O'Connor bringing the pressure is something that New Lex is going to have to adjust to.
Yeah, that's going to have to be the priority number one, I would imagine, outside of obviously stopping Kinsey. Indian Valley's defense, though, what do you think has been the biggest change from 1 year to the next? You got players who last year were maybe underclassmen or inexperienced in the positions they were playing. Now they're a year more mature and a year more experienced. Do you think it's as simple as that, or do you think Indian Valley on the scheme side has found a few other things that work a little bit better?
I think a little bit of both. I think with the different athletes they got and the athletes that came back from last year that have grown up, who've gotten smarter, at the way the schemes are run. They've gotten a little better at maybe the zone defenses and stuff, and the way they've been able to adjust to the screenplays. The screenplays sometimes are one of the ones that hurt them, and they've made a lot of adjustments. And just the ability with the speed that they have altogether on defense, they're able to get to the ball a lot faster this year.
Yeah, getting everybody to the ball as quickly as possible has been a huge difference maker. I mean, we've seen that through the first couple of weeks of the postseason, whether it was against Circleville or Jonathan Alder. There was not a lot of running room. Yes, you might have looked back at last week and seen Alder was pushing 300 yards in terms of the passing game, but when you're only giving up, realistically, with your first-team defense out there, 14 points, you'll take that yardage total all day. If they're not putting in the end zone, that's the part that's really going to hurt you.
Yeah, and we've seen that. Alder was able, and at moments last week, move the ball down the field pretty fast, but Indian Valley's defense of coaches would hurry up and make an adjustment, and next thing you know, they would force Alder into an interception, or they would force them into a punting situation. So the adjustments were there. The players listened to the coaches, and they made those adjustments, and that's one thing you got to do. If there's a big play and there's a score, you don't hang your head on defense, because you know what, there's 4 quarters in football. You can't let one play in one quarter define your whole game.
Certainly cannot do that, as the captains are meeting at midfield for the coin toss. We have a pretty good feeling if the Braves are to win this, what they will likely be doing if they could defer over to the second half. Last week didn't have that opportunity, as it was Alder who won the toss and made the dictation on that. Didn't end up mattering for Indian Valley.
No, and that's one of those things when you're playing against Indian Valley, they like to get the ball after halftime. And if you're the opposing team's offense, with Indian Valley's offense, you tend to want to come in and say, you know what, we want to start with the ball. We want to be the one to set the tempo.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out here tonight as we roll on with your Wood Electric pregame show here on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER 100.9 FM. Wanted to ask you this, which we might end up doubling back to this later in our pregame. What do you think? We'll start on the new Lexington side of things. What's going to be their biggest key tonight to try to get a win and return to the Final Four for the first time since 2008?
I think they got to take care of the ball on offense, but defensively they got to find a way to stop 22. It's plain and simple.
Look like New Lexington will be receiving the opening kickoff, I do believe, if I was paying attention closely enough, so Indian Valley will get what they wish for to receive to open the second half. Other side of the coin, what about for Indian Valley? What do you think their biggest key is going to be?
I think Indian Valley's got to stay true on defense. I think they got to watch it. New Lex is really good with the play action, and they're good with sometimes drawing up some trick plays. And if you're Indian Valley, defensive backs, some corners and safety, you got to make sure that you don't get caught looking into the backfield and lose track of where your wide receiver is. And on offense, they sometimes they can get called for some penalties on offense. They got to make sure they keep that cleaned up.
Yeah, that will be certainly a key moving forward. We will see how this game plays out. Again, the winner will move on into the state semifinals, into the Final Four, and was announced earlier on in terms of the bracketing. The winner of this game in the state semifinals will be playing the winner of Perry and Glenville. So we'll keep an eye on that game throughout tonight. 2 incredibly quality programs that could be in the forefront for one of these 2 teams here shortly.
Yeah, right now everybody left in the state, they're all quality programs, and it's just whichever team shows up that night's going to be the one that wins. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here and see what happens up there.
Also, there's 28 games going on statewide throughout tonight when you consider all the regions and the regional finals going on. And how cool is it that 2 teams from our listening area are in competition tonight? Over with WTUZ 99.9, we have the Garraway Pirates taking on the Kirtland Hornets from Louisville High School. Their pregame getting underway as well. How awesome is that for the Pirates to find themselves in the regional final? But you want to talk about a true David versus Goliath matchup. We know what Kirtland's all about.
Yeah, Kirtland's one of those teams that's been there every year. They're either in the Final Four or they're in a state championship game. So we wish the Pirates luck, and they got a big game going on tonight. And what's even more interesting is we got 2 teams from our area that's in, and our radio station's got both of them. We're the only local media that's covering both of those teams and not just one.
And how fun is that? Thanks to the partnership between WTUZ and WJER under the Big Z Sports Network banner. Big thanks, as always, to Adam Saweski, keeping all this coordinated, keeping the chaos moving. Thanks to Jared and Amy and Joanne and everybody making everything work with this. Really cool that we get this opportunity.
Yeah, our sales team and our management, they do a phenomenal job that allows us to get to come and watch high school football. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better Friday night.
You couldn't. Now, the one interesting aspect to what's going on out there in the pregame that you and I were talking about when we were down there on the field, a little bit of that precipitation has found its way to this area of Ohio. No surprise this time of the year, But we would hazard to say that is probably going to be advantage Indian Valley for that, knowing how much they want to keep the ball on the ground. We're not saying that New Lexington, they've got a 1,400-yard rusher in Paul Stenson, 1,300-yard rusher in Paul Stenson. Lane Ratliff has 800 yards on the ground himself. You've got Colton Mathias with almost 600 yards on the ground, so they can put the ball on the ground as well. We just know how dynamic that Braves rushing attack can be.
Yeah, Indian Valley has always been known for their rushing defense, and that, like I said, that plays into their hands. How well does New Lex run the ball? According to stats, they run it real well, but we'll find out more when that opening kickoff starts.
Want to give a huge shout-out, too, to the Coshocton Athletic Department and everyone here making this game possible here tonight and playing host to this contest. Fantastic venue. We loved being here last year, and, great hospitality and such. This is a really cool press box we're up in as well, because I feel like we're sitting almost on top of the field.
Yeah, and this one of the stadiums I like coming to because they don't have their track here at the football field, so everything's right up on top of the sideline. It puts you closer to it. The players will tell you they love it because the noise becomes more of a factor. Like I said, talking to athletic director Justin Smith before the game, can't say enough about all of his volunteers and his staff here tonight. Like I said, they opened the door, and not too many schools want to host high school football neutral sites anymore, and they jump at the opportunity. And like I said, we've been here 2 years in a row, and we can't thank them enough.
They were up to the challenge, so to speak, and they're doing a fantastic job. Patrolling the sidelines today for us, doing some social media coverage. We've got Daniel Adams down there, Keith Thomas as well, Chris Kale bouncing around as well, helping out with everything else that needs done. I know Chris was excited to be here for this contest, and rightfully so, because as we already talked about, this was a tight game last year, but rosters change, things are different. We'll see how tight this game is going to be as we roll on and get closer to the night's kickoff. About 22 minutes showing on the clock before we will officially get underway. We'll step aside again as a part of our Wood Electric pregame show, and coming up, you'll hear from Panthers head coach Kevin Board, followed up by Braves head coach Matt Lancaster on the way on your Wood Electric pregame show.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and loud and clear advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At LodgeVision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At LodgeVision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. LodgeVision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Big moments are coming. Are you ready? If you need sponsor banners, graduation programs, or yard sale signs, the East Central Ohio Print Center has you covered. Visit ecoprintcenter.org. And if you've got a new driver in the house, East Central Ohio ESC offers flexible driver's education with in-car training and online options. Scholarships are available from signs to steering wheels. The East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is here to help. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org. There's something special about Newtown Mall. It's more than just a place to shop, it's where the community comes together. Whether you're finding the perfect gift, meeting up with friends, or just enjoying a stroll through your favorite stores, it's a great time anytime. With local favorites, familiar faces, and new experiences waiting around every corner, there's always a reason to visit. Stay connected and see what's happening. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram or visit newtownmall.com today.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Back with your Wood Electric pregame show from Stewart Field as the regional finals are here out of Region 15. The new Lexington Panthers taking on the Indian Valley Braves. And we are along the sidelines with the coach, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Head coach Kevin Board for New Lexington. Coach, first and foremost, kind of like deja vu, obviously just a round later, a rematch from last year, and I know it's one you guys wanted to get back on your schedule.
Yeah, for sure. It's great to be here at this point of our season, still playing. We felt like we were the best two teams last year, and certainly we didn't finish how we wanted to, but it's a great opportunity to be back and have another chance to try to prove ourselves against one of the best teams in the state.
Now, looking at what this New Lexington team is this year, obviously a very successful year just to get to the regional finals. There were question marks coming in and some skilled players that you guys are going to have to replace. Your man under center is a new face. With all those expectations, or I guess the question marks, clearly you guys have answered them getting to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of put the chip on his shoulder. Everybody was talking about who left and not what was coming back. So our guys up front, which is where our experience was, really put a chip on their shoulder and took the reins and said, hey, let's go with us. And so those guys have done a great job up front, paving the way for us on offense. We're, without that leadership and that group, it could be a very different season. But I think our line has helped to let some of our younger skill guys develop and get those reps to feel comfortable. So it's been a good year. Just proud of the way we've grown as the year's gone on.
Now, games are won and lost in the trenches. That's no secret. And I know you guys have to be feeling pretty good, whether it's the offensive or defensive line, with somebody who's standing behind me right now, and Eli Stevens, definite leader at center and nose guard for you guys.
Yeah, he's huge. Eli's played every snap for us at center and nose guard for the last 3 years, and so he's got a ton of experience. He's a great player, and he's somebody that we lean on both sides of the football to get the job done. So, we're looking for him to continue doing what he's doing and being a anchor for us on both sides.
Now, it's no secret what you guys are looking for here. It's a trip to the Final Four, which would be the first time since 2008 that the Panthers have been able to do that. And I know that's not necessarily been what's the topic of conversation. I'm sure the topic of conversation has been just win the game and move on. You're 0-0 this week.
Yeah, we're taking one game at a time. That's how we approach things all year long. Obviously, we've got a great opponent in front of us tonight that you can't look ahead to anybody at this point of the season. So we've done a great job staying really laser focused on who's in front of us from week one on, and obviously we got a huge one tonight with Indian Valley, and if we're lucky enough to get on top, and we got another big one next week. So we're going to take everything we can into this game and put our best foot forward so we can go out and put on our best product.
This was a tight game in the regional semifinals. You guys had two red zone opportunities that didn't go your way. I know that's been something that's weighed on your guys' mind. What have you talked about? Has it just been the conversation about finishing and not letting that happen again?
Yeah, you just have to finish. It's like I said, at this time of year against a great team that's going to score when they have the ball, you've got to be able to put points on the scoreboard, and you have the opportunity to. And that's been a message all year. We've got to be able to score in the red zone. We've got to finish drives. If you can finish drives with points, you're going to have a great chance no matter who you play. But if you're coming up short and turning the ball over, you're not going to. So nothing new, nothing special. You got the opportunity to score, you have to do it.
Last thing for you, Coach. Biggest key for New Lexington to get a win and move on into the state Final Four?
We got to get a couple of stops. We got to score. We have the opportunity to. It's hopefully two great teams that are going to go to battle here, and it could be decided by a couple of bad mistakes or penalties or turnovers. So we've got to be able to control our own stuff and be our best that we can be.
Appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck to New Lex.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Head Coach Kevin Board for the New Lexington Panthers, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Stay tuned. Head Coach Matt Lancaster is on the way on your Wood Electric pregame show.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment to stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at Bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
USP Sandblasting and Painting specializes in sandblasting, painting, high-quality graphics, decals, banners, and signs. Whether you have a one-time job or a company that needs multiple graphics, USP provides design services to create the attention-grabbing designs tailored to fit your needs. Since 1986, USP has offered sandblasting and painting services, providing customers with high-quality products and results. Give USP Sandblasting and Painting a call at 740-254-9061.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Adventure starts at Addie Polaris in New Philadelphia. Whether you ride Polaris or Can-Am, they've got the machines, parts, and service to keep you rolling. Their certified technicians handle everything from first service to full service, plus tires and repairs on most major brands. Family owned and trusted since 1955, Addie Polaris is your go-to power sports destination for Ohio and beyond. Stop in today or give them a call at 330-339-3351. Addie Polaris LLC, where your next adventure begins.
U.S. Bagging provides the pipeline industry with filled bags and superior service by delivering pre-filled sandbags and other pipeline products to your job site 24/7. This saves you time and money. It allows you to focus on getting the job done. U.S. Bagging is also anchored to their communities. They'll soon celebrate 10 years at their Janaden-Hutton location. They're proud to be a sponsor of this high school broadcast and excited to support the athletes of the Indian Valley Braves for their hard work and dedication. Go Braves!
Back to the Wood Electric pregame show from Coshocton as its regional finals action in Region 15. The Indian Valley Braves taking on the New Lexington Panthers. So we go along the sidelines with the coach, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves. Coach, just like we were talking before we started off here, really feels familiar like it was last year. Only difference is one round later that you guys get to take on New Lexington this year.
Yes, same location, same two teams here, just a round later. So
It's how our region should have worked out on paper, 1 versus number 2. So it should be a great night for football, great crowd. Hopefully the weather, holds off, and we have a great football game here tonight.
Now, we always try to move past, I know, the week prior, especially when it's a victory, and especially in the postseason. Looking back, though, at the film against Jonathan Alder, obviously a record-breaking night for Grady Kinsey, a fantastic night for your offensive line. Overall, how would you grade everything? I know Alder was able to move the ball, so I don't know if there was anything you guys talked about related to that.
Yeah, no, I thought we played well. We got better again another week, and we were missing Logan Burrier, one of our linebackers, and so we had another younger linebacker in there, and it's going to be a little learning curve, but he did a good job. We gave up one big play defensively, and that's been one of the things we've been preaching we got to limit this year, and so that was a little frustrating, but they're high school kids, and it's going to happen, so hopefully it doesn't happen tonight.
I actually had to joke with Shannon because, you had 3 players who were converging on the ball. I said, just a little physics lesson, though, everybody bouncing off at the same time.
Yeah, everybody bounced off at the same time. Nobody wrapped up, lost their fundamentals there for a minute, and that's how this game goes. It can lead to a big play.
Now, we mentioned this is already a similar matchup to last year in the regional semifinals. You know how high school football works. Teams change year in and year out. Going to be a little bit new look to the Panthers this year for who's under center and some of their playmakers as well. It's another firepower team that, it's similar to what you guys dealt with last year in terms of what they would put out there on the field, I would assume, though.
Yeah, good team, well coached. Coach Board's doing a great job there, and for him to have his team back here after losing all their skill positions from last year, is credit to their staff. They got a lot of their line back, and they're good up front. But they replaced all their skill, and they haven't really missed a beat. They're a step further into playoffs this year, and quarterback's doing a good job for them. The running back runs hard, different style back than what they had last year, a big bruiser, and their receivers are doing a good job for them too. And their defense is much improved from last year, and I know that's something they put a focus on. So we'll have our hands full.
We've talked about the way that the Braves have improved defensively this year. You guys do not give up a lot of points at all, and it was 2 big red zone stands, if I'm not mistaken, here last year that really kind of catapulted you forward onto that quest for a state championship. That red zone defense, not just that, though, how about for the other, 80 yards of the field? I'm sure you guys have been talking a lot about making sure they don't even get that far down the field.
Yeah, our defense has come a long way. That's the biggest difference between our team last year to this year. Our defense is so much more improved from last year. Our kids are a year older and playing a lot of the same positions with a lot of guys back on that side of the ball. And honestly, Grady's a better. He's made more improvements in his defensive play this year than he has in his offensive play, because there wasn't that much improvement to make from last year to this year, and that's been a big help. So we're going to need that again tonight for sure.
And last thing for you, Coach, biggest key taking on New Lexington here to get a win and move on to the Final Four?
Make them drive the length of the field. Big strike offense. We can't have any big plays. Make them drive the length of the field, and we need to not hurt ourselves with any penalties or any self-enforced wounds, and finish drives.
Always appreciate your time, Coach, and of course, good luck to the Braves.
Thanks, Nick.
Head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Stay tuned. Kickoff from Stewart Field is on the way.
Hungry? Swing by Tusky Deli, right in the heart of Tusky. They have the lowest prices on deli meats and cheeses, a fully stocked freezer and cold food section, and delicious grab-and-go sandwiches, wraps, salads, and more. And now, every Friday, they are firing up their brand new pizza oven for made-to-order pizzas that are hot, fresh, and unforgettable. Stop in, stock up, and taste the savings. Check out everything they offer by finding the Tusky Deli on Facebook. Tusky Deli, local, fresh, affordable.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
Tales Minerals LLC is a locally owned, family-operated business in Denison, Ohio. They manufacture premium deer minerals and feeds built to improve herd health, boost antler growth, and keep your sites active all year long. At Tales Minerals, it's not just salt in a bag. Every formula is professionally blended and registered through the Ohio Department of Agriculture to ensure your herd gets real results. Do it the right way, not the easy way. Visit talesminerals.com today. Tales Minerals LLC, built on faith, proven by results.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return-to-home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
It's game time and your pizza shop has you covered. Grab all your favorites, pizzas, oven-baked subs, crispy chicken dinners, and so much more. And during the game, score big with a large one-topping pizza for just $6.99. Stop by your pizza shop, 152 Front Avenue Southwest, New Philadelphia, or call 330-339-4888 to order now. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook for all of the daily deals and specials. Your pizza shop, hometown flavor, game day favorites.
Fall is here and those leaves aren't going anywhere on their own. Let Wolf's Lawn and Landscape Solutions handle your leaf removal and trimming so your yard looks clean and ready for winter. Then when the snow starts to fall, stay cozy inside as Wolf's residential snow removal program will take the stress and the shovel off your hands. From fall cleanup to winter care, Wolf's keeps your property looking its best all year long. Call Wolf's Lawn and Landscape Solutions today, 330-204-3933. Old Town Tavern in Tusky offers you a menu full of choices, all cooked in their wood stone brick oven over an open flame, which provides layers of flavor to each dish served. Taste the difference with the pizza, sandwich, brick oven pasta, and the popular choices of steak or chicken. Old Town Tavern is open Wednesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. To see all Old Town Tavern has to offer, find them on Facebook.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio Kickoff just minutes away here on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER 100.9 FM. And later on tonight on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel where our full replay will be available. And Shannon, also from that other regional final we've got going on between Garraway and Kirtland. Unable to, of course, live stream these tonight, but no problem. We'll have you covered if you miss out on any of the action. And we appreciate all of you all who are tuning in, whether it's at 100.9 FM or at WJER.com.
Yeah, we got you covered multiple ways to be able to hear this game tonight. And like Nick said, when you get home tonight, you get a chance to sit down and relax and watch the replay if you want. I know a lot of the football players over the years told me that on the bus ride homes, they love to get on it and start fast forwarding through the game and pulling up certain highlights they want to see. So we appreciate them just as much as they appreciate us.
If we are not mistaken, it was Indian Valley who won the opening coin toss and deferred to the second half. If you were a betting man, I think you would have got that one right.
Yeah, I'm a betting man when it comes to things like that I know, but other than that, I try to stay away from that gambling thing.
Well, coming in the tail of the tape, Indian Valley undefeated on a quest to return to Canton for the second straight year. As for the new Lexington Panthers, one loss for them, a fantastic season as they have found themselves in the regional finals, looking for their first Final Four appearance since 2008. Thanks for tuning in to the Wood Electric pregame show. Coming up here in just a little while, we've got our Cartoons of New Philadelphia opening kickoff on the way. You're locked into the Sports Voice of the Valley, 100.9 FM, Dover, New Philadelphia. Colt James will be your man who is set to kick it off deep. Indian Valley with the red pants, white uniforms, red numerals, blue lettering. New Lexington, white pants, black tops trimmed in orange with white lettering and white numerals.
You got to like it whenever coaches go with these type of uniforms because, guys like us who can't see real well, those numbers a little easier to spot from up here.
How far were we down 36 when I told you, hey, I may or may not have forgotten binoculars today, my friend?
Yeah, and luckily for you, it worked out as we kind of knew what uniforms Indian Valley would have on. When New Lex showed up with the black uniforms and the white numbers, we shouldn't have a problem tonight, even though we might still call the wrong number here and there.
Hey, they had us in mind. James just waiting for the clock to hit 0 and the officials to get this one set. Winner of this game will go on to play the winner of Perry and Glenville in the Division IV state semifinals. That game getting kicked off so far tonight, or later on tonight.
Interesting thing there, the referee handed the ball to James, and he dropped it, and it fell on the ground, and he kind of rolled it around a little bit and got it wet before he put it on the tee, and, all's fair in love and war.
Nobody said a word. As James is ready, Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff going to be on the way. 2 men will go back deep for New Lexington. The last 8 teams remain in Division IV. Who's going on to the semifinals as we are underway? James with a short kick to an up man at the 31, and he'll fall down at the 32-yard line. Grabbing it that time was Carson McCoy, the sophomore. Not sure if he was trying to make a cut, Shannon, or he was just satisfied with going down at the 33.
No, it looked like he just slipped and fell right there. And like I said, I think he was trying to make a cut, but didn't work out that way.
So that is where New Lexington will start their drive at their own 33-yard line, led by their junior quarterback in Lane Ratliff. Leading running back this year in senior Paul Stenson in the backfield alongside him as they'll go shotgun. 1 by 3. Stenson to the right side of Ratliff. Ratliff with a hard count. Now he'll get it. Play fake. Goes out on a swing pass into the hands of the receiver. Brett O'Connor is there, and he'll make the tackle at about the 39-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup on the pitch and catch to Tanner Toth, the junior receiver.
Yeah, just a nice little pitch and catch right there. Wasn't trying to get the home run play, just trying to move the ball, and they did a nice job right there.
See how much fast pace or tempo that New Lexington wants to go. They'll flip Stenson to the left side in the shotgun, 2 by 1. And Ratliff is going to look for a play change. Indian Valley has 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers in the box, the rest out there in the secondary. Handoff, Stenson looks for room, left side off the back of his left guard, but he's got nowhere to go as Brogan Wilson broke through. Maybe a 1.5-yard pickup, brings up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, nice job by Wilson right there. Like I said, he just kind of closed everything up right there and got a little bit of help and just put New Lex in a situation right now to where either got to try a short pass or try to run it right back up the middle.
Battle with that Indian Valley defensive line against the New Lexington offensive line. Man in the middle for the Panthers, Eli Stevens, the junior, 6'5", 275, a big boy. Pistol set. Ratliff in front of Stenson, 2 by 2. Hard count from Ratliff as they look for a play change from the Panthers sideline from Coach Kevin Board. He's got it now. 3rd down and 2 on the way. Stenson motions a man from right to left. Puts him up close to the line. Turns, hands it off. It's Stenson, goes straight through the hole into the second level, and he's up to the 45-yard line. A First Federal Community Bank first down, pickup of 5. Stenson just put his shoulder pads lower and just kept driving forward for the first.
Yeah, nice adjustment right there on the play call by New Lex. I think they seen the Indian Valley defense kind of spread out on the line right there and made the decision to go with that.
Little tempo now as they'll bunch the wide receivers to the right side. Motion man from left to right. Swing pass into the left side. That's Tyson Spicer, their leader wide receiver. He'll look for room at midfield. Good ankle tackle there as Hostetler was one of the men, as well as O'Connor, who will grab it at the Indian Valley 48. Pick up that time of about 7.
Yeah, and they had numbers right there. They even sent a guy in motion, had 4 guys over here. Indian Valley still only had 2 defenders over here and try to get a guy to rotate late.
6-yard pickup. Tempo again from New Lexington as they'll tighten up the line, put the receivers close in. Stenson will motion from right to left. Play fake, back to passes Ratliff. He's going to look for room down the left side. A lot of time in the pocket as he'll step out, roll to the left. There's a flag for a holding. Ratliff's going to run. He'll be close to the first down marker. Scampers out of bounds, but it's going to be all for naught as Brogan Wilson got held, and the Panthers are moving backwards.
Yeah, I seen that all the way up here. I think it was number 70 that got caught right there as Wilson tried to do a spin move, and he held on to him.
So that moves New Lexington back on what would have been a first down scramble for Ratliff. It was Kinsey, the linebacker, who was streaking over towards him, wisely held up and let Ratliff just go out of bounds by himself. So that will move New Lexington back officially to their wrong side of the 50 if you are a Panthers fan, and will mark them at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, and those are the things we talked about. You got to be able to clean those mistakes up. You don't want to make mistakes early and get yourself behind.
High school football this season, all season long, brought to you in part by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, as New Lexington will go 3 by 1. They'll stack 2 wide receivers in the slot. Ratliff has Stenson to his right. Indian Valley brings 4 down linemen now with 2 linebackers. 1 lone safety back as they'll put corners up on all wide receivers. Stenson will now motion to the left side of Ratliff. Snap rolls in. Ratliff has to scramble for it. He'll pick it up, tries to deliver down the left side. The defender is there, and what a play as the pass was thrown high. And they get rid of that receiver. Falls incomplete. Toth tried to sky for it, but O'Connor shoved him down to the turf.
Yeah, nice job right there by the Indian Valley defense. Once they seen the ball hit the turf, nobody covering the guy panicked. They let the defensive lineman go in there and worry about the ball on the turf. And kind of just threw the whole New Lex play off.
Now 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 13. Panthers hoping to keep their drive alive. 9:39 to go in this opening quarter. Division 4, Region 15, regional final. They'll go 3 by 1 in the shotgun. Ratliff has Stenson to his right. Spread the wide receivers left. ISO 1 man to the right. Ratliff back to pass. Straight drop. He's got pressure from the left side. Delivers middle of the field. Receiver is there, and he's going to grab it right by the yardage to gain, and he'll get it to the 44.5-yard line, gets the 13-yard pickup and moves the sticks.
Yeah, they seen that play on film. They knew what to do right there. The way they motioned everybody out and then brought a guy in behind the linebackers, there was nobody there to cover him.
I believe that was Spicer, the one who hauled it in on the reception, the team's leading pass catcher. They'll bunch the wide receivers close to the line on the right side. Spicer's going to motion in the backfield. Ratliff goes to Stenson. Actually, it's a double reverse. Now it's Spicer who has it. He's running out of room. Brogan O'Connor has him. Can't wrap him up. Kinsey is there, as well as a defensive back to ride him down in the backfield.
And just like I said the play before, Indian Valley seen that play on film, and they went with they read their keys right.
And guess who was in the backfield and was in there making another defensive play? Brett O'Connor again this drive.
Yeah, O'Connor's had a solid season, and he's starting tonight's game off just the way he's played all year.
So Spicer's first carry goes backwards. They officially give him a loss of 3. Brings up 2nd down and 13. Ball at the Indian Valley 48-yard line. New Lexington staying out there for this drive, and now they've got a man all the way near side closest to us with no receiver on him, or no defender on him. Nobody's covering him. They're going to throw out to the left side. It's Spicer who is lit up as a cornerback comes streaking in past the blocker. That time getting in there and making the big hit. Who was it, Shannon? I can't see.
It was Reese St. Clair.
St. Clair gets in there and knocks Spicer down, but Indian Valley gets bailed out as they had a receiver naked over here on the sideline.
Yeah, you can hear the coaches yelling, everybody's yelling, trying to get a guy out here. New Lex missed it. They had a guy clear out here wide open. If he would have just threw it past the first guy out here, they have an easy pitch and catch.
3rd down and 13, 8.5 to go in this first quarter. They'll go 1 by 3. They'll flip the formation because Ratliff has Stenson to his left. Ratliff back to pass in the pocket, steps up. He's going to run. He's got a lot of room. Flag in the backfield again. Going towards the sideline, and taken out there is Ratliff as Hostetler takes him out. But it's going back again. But it's going to be decision time for Coach Matt Lancaster. He did not get the line to gain. Holding, though, could push New Lexington back to 3rd and forever.
Yeah, they're going to have to push him back, because if not, then they're going to get the ball up there. It'll only be about a 1-yard gain.
About a 4th and 3 would have been the situation.
Yeah, they're going to have to push him back right here. They did. New Lex did a great job right there. They sent everybody streaks down the field, opened the center of the field up, and the quarterback just took off. The problem was lineman grabbed the hold.
So now 3rd and 23. How many plays do you have in your playbook for 3rd and 23?
Well, not too many, but when you got wide receivers with the speed and the talent that they got, if you can get just half of it back, you'd give yourself a shot at 4th down.
They're back again at their own 42-yard line. They're flip-flopping between their 42 and Indian Valley's 48. 3rd down. Same formation. Ratliff has Stenson to his left in the shotgun. Spreads 3 wide receivers right. Straight drop. Ratliff got backside pressure. He can't step through it. He is grabbed by Riker Williams and taken down.
Yeah, Riker Williams just blew right by his guy and actually pushed the offensive lineman with him, and Frank goes in there and makes a big-time hit.
Williams, the junior quarterback and linebacker, listed about 6 foot 175, but the way he comes in on pass rush, you'd never guess it.
Yeah, the career sacks leader at Indian Valley is only a junior, and he just keeps adding to that total.
It is punt time as one man will go back deep for Indian Valley. High snap, it is Stenson who does the punting duties for this New Lexington team, I believe. St. Clair will come up. He'll go for a fair catch and nearly got run into there by his blocker in Colt James, but it works out okay for the Braves as they will take over at their own 33-yard line. A high-powered offense, Shannon, that we saw so far throughout the playoffs has not really been tested by too many defenses.
Yeah, this here now is where New Lex has got to step it up right here. Their offense was able to move the ball a little bit. penalties killed them, and then the big sack right there by Williams. But now their defense has got to come up and show that they can play and try to get Indian Valley into a punting situation.
7.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Thanks to the Kime Company, as we say thanks to them all season long for making high school football coverage possible. I formation, tight end right side of the line. Stevens nearly jumped in the middle on the new Lexington defensive line. Williams will turn. He will hand it off. That's Kinsey who looks for room on the right side into the second level. Tries to go over top the safety, but will get him at the ankles. A 9-yard pickup there for Grady to start things off.
Yeah, I mean, plain and simple, we kind of wondered what play Indian Valley would come out with first because everybody's going to be focused on Grady. What they do, they just hand the ball to Grady straight up the middle.
Something that does not get enough credit for this Braves team. We know how good Williams is at running. We know how good Kinsey is at running. We know the receivers can make plays. The way this offensive line is able to move people off their assignments, you and I are stunned by it every week.
Yeah, and it's basically because of the size of them. They're not real big. They haven't been the last couple of years, and they do a fantastic job.
Shotgun, Kinsey, left side of Williams. Motion man from right to left is Pacine. High snap, Williams corrals it. He'll step up, but he's got the first down up to, the 45-yard line. 3-yard pickup for Williams. Nothing too fancy, but it'll get the job done and give him a federal first down.
Well, the biggest play right there for Williams was he was able to bring that snap down. It kind of got high, and it could have been dangerous right there. He was able to bring it down and get that first down.
Looks like the rain continues to fall here from Stewart Field. Likely going to be the scene for the rest of the night. Braves break the huddle. They'll go 1 by 2. Tight end on the right side of the line. Shotgun, Williams to the right side of Kinsey. Kinsey's going to line up as your Wildcat quarterback. Direct snap to him, and somebody got started. Somebody got started just a little tick early there, which is something we've not seen Indian Valley struggle with too much during this postseason, those false starts.
No, and sometimes that's just off the cadence. Sometimes when you just switch to go to the Wildcat and you got to go off somebody else's cadence, get a little eager. One of the new Lex players jumped forward, but he got back, and I think that just made it kind of antsy for the offensive line.
So make it 1st and 15 as Coates will check out of the ball game. They'll bring back in Pacine. Braves looking for another berth into the state Final Four and look to knock off New Lexington in the regional rounds for the second straight year. They had 3 tight ends to the left side of the line. Now they're motioning him to the right side. Trips bunch. Williams is going to run off that right side. Has a lane. Cut back past the original line of scrimmage, and he's up close to midfield as he's down at the Braves' 49-yard line. 9-yard pickup for Frank.
Yeah, huge run right there for him. Looked like they was going to slant that way and maybe close off the lanes, but the offensive line and the lead blocks did a nice job right there, and he was able to get up there for 9.
So second down and medium, call it 6. Looking to cross into plus territory. Braves not necessarily in a big hurry here. We've seen a lot of home run plays from them throughout this postseason, throughout this season. But also on top of that, what was it? We saw a game where they basically chewed 8 minutes of the clock away in one quarter.
Yeah, they do a good job with clock management when they have to.
Direct snap to Kinsey in the Wildcat. He'll look for a cutback lane and finds it, weaves his way through, and gets up to about the 44-yard line of New Lexington. That was a pickup that time of about 5, brings up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, New Lex did a nice job right there. They went to the right. They closed the gap that Grady wanted in, and that's one of the few times that we've seen Grady actually stop almost dead and make a different cut, and like you said, he did a nice job.
Will be 3rd down and 1 upcoming. Ball sits at the New Lexington 46.5-yard line. Braves looking for a federal first down. They'll tighten things up, put 2 tight ends left side of the line. Actually make it 1. Fullback up in the formation in Bar. Williams, a straight read up the middle, and he got hit in the backfield, and he's going down at the line of scrimmage. Great job defensively. Tanner Toth was in there as well as Lane Ratliff as they corralled Williams and stonewalled him to bring up 4th down.
This is one of these plays now. If you're Coach Lank, do you go with your fire right here, or do you go with the punt?
It will make it a 4th down and 2 officially now. Coates taken out again as they'll check back in Pacine. Williams coming back out, so it looks like the Braves going to keep the offense out there. They'll hustle to the line, 2 by 1. Shotgun, and Williams will line up to the left side of Kinsey, who's your Wildcat quarterback again. He's going to look for room, second level, and he just plunges forward, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4-yard pickup, and that was plenty to move the sticks.
Yeah, they didn't even hesitate right there. When I seen him come out and go in the shotgun right there, we knew they were going to try to draw him off sides. They were just going to go for it.
Works out perfectly for Indian Valley. When you've got number 22 in the backfield heading downhill with a little bit of momentum behind him, nearly impossible to stop him in the hole.
You can see the temperature dropping a little bit as you can see the steam starting to come off the players. And remember, as that temperature starts to drop, that white stuff's going to be coming. If you need your snow removed from your residential driveway, give Wolf's Lawn and Landscaping a call. They can take care of that for you.
Shotgun. Two running backs in the backfield with Williams. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the right side. Williams has backside pressure, delivers to an open Kinsey, who changes direction and goes for the left side of the field. He's at the 25 and the 20. Has one man to beat, lowers his shoulder pads into him at the 10 and ripped down at the 6-yard line. Pick up that time of 37 yards. Kinsey snuck in from the backfield and caught it in the middle.
Yeah, that's one of those plays right there where Kinsey, a lot of people would have just kept trying to string it out to the sideline, and he thought, if you're going to tackle me, I'm going to come in and make you pay for it.
37-yard pickup on the first pass play for the Braves, as you'll check out later the Ron's Heating and Cooling replay. Kinsey changed direction and went to the left sideline. He was cut off, though, by Mason Ryder, the senior. Good job by the defensive back to get over there and prevent 6. As a reminder, next touchdown for Kinsey would make him the all-time total touchdown leader in OHSAA history. He'll line up in the backfield to the right side of Williams in the shotgun. They will go trips bunch to the right. Kinsey now, your Wildcat quarterback, looks for room, up the middle, leads forward at the goal line, and he's in! Grady Kinsey from 6 yards out has now found himself at the top of the OHSAA leaderboards for most total touchdowns in history.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, he's broken an OHSAA record. That one there is, puts him clear at the top all alone.
If I'm not mistaken, Shannon, touchdown number 134 total in Kinsey's career as the Braves sideline celebrates as he makes his way over there. Extra point up coming from James. Good snap in the hold, and James is through it. It's good. 7-0 Braves lead. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio from Stewart Field. Regional final showdown. Indian Valley jumps out to the 7-0 lead. 3 minutes to go in the first. Took a little bit longer than the Braves might have been used to in some of their postseason games, Shannon, this season. But overall, who else but number 22 to find the end zone and find himself in the record books again?
Well, and that's one thing that Coach Lancaster knows, that when you're playing a team like New Lex, the longer you can keep them off the field, the better you are. So maybe they just call their plays a little slower, take a little bit more time, and now New Lex has got to find a way to answer back.
Cartoons, a New Philadelphia kickoff, a line drive back into the hands of the returner. He'll look for room up the middle. He is grabbed from the side. Nice return, though, and up to about the 37-yard line. That looked like it was Terrell King, the junior running back. A nice return for him. Good field position for the Panthers.
Yeah, King was kind of standing up tall there, trying to spin. Took a couple hits, but he kept his legs moving, was able to get an extra 3 or 4 yards after he got popped a couple times.
King a little hobbled as he comes off the sideline as Indian Valley's return team converged eventually, but still sets him up in great field position. They officially mark him at the 38-yard line. New Lexington's own 38. They'll go 1 by 3. Stenson in the backfield with Ratliff to his right hip. It doesn't look like they're going to put Ratliff back there in a whole bunch of empty backfield situations. He looks to throw. Now he's going to hand it off. Delayed handoff. Stenson sidesteps a linebacker into the third level, and he'll go up at the first down marker. A 10-yard pickup for Stenson on his third carry, and it's a federal first down. Nice-looking play call there.
Yeah, just a nice little delayed handoff right there. Kind of got Indian Valley wondering what was going on right there, and then they handed it off at the last second, and he was able to get 10 yards out of it.
More tempo from the Panthers. Ratliff in the shotgun. Stenson to his left. 1 by 3. Motion man. Spicer from right, Toth from right to left. He'll line up as a wing. Handoff. Stenson looks for room. Cut back, and he stumbled and fell. At about the 50-yard line, only a 2-yard pickup that time. Not sure if he got tripped up or lost his own footing.
Yeah, I think maybe Titan Peterman might have got in there and got an arm on him, and that kind of made him fall.
2-yard pickup. Now 2nd down and 8. Big thanks again for presentations of high school football this season, all season long, by DAC Vitamins and Minerals, feeding champions since 1983. Ratliff is in the shotgun. Stenson's on his left side. Thought there was going to be a false start from Toth, but instead he was just standing up to get the play change as they do flip things around. Kind of an offset pistol now. Ratliff in front of Stenson. They'll turn. It's a sweep from left to right. Stenson looks for room, and he'll go up to the safeties, and he's taken down at the 40. Another big pickup, 10 yards there for Stenson. Another federal first down. Indian Valley is not getting to the ball very quickly right now defensively.
No, and a lot of that's credit to the offensive line right there. They're making just enough holes so he can get the ball, and he's able to get his speed going, and that helps him rack up some big yards.
2-by-1 in the pistol. Quickly, Ratliff has Stenson behind him. Takes the snap. He'll look to hand it off. Stenson looks for room. O'Connor is there and meets him from the right side. A 2-yard pickup, and that time Brogan said no more.
Yeah, and like I said, O'Connor made a nice adjustment right there. He seen the guy pulling, so he jumped on his hip and went right down the offensive line with him, and he met him at the hole.
O'Connor, one of quite a few seniors on this Indian Valley defensive line. Kind of an unforgiving hitter whenever he gets a hold of you. 2nd down and 8, shotgun. Ratliff with Stenson to his right, 1-by-1. They'll bring, or 2-by-1, pardon me. So they'll have a tight end on the right side of the line in Toth. Another play change from Coach Kevin Board. Panthers changing a lot of the plays from the sideline when they get up and set. Ratliff will motion a man from left to right in Spicer. Takes the snap, and it's going to be an option out to the right side. He'll look for room, and Ratliff is grabbed, and he breaks off the first tackle, and he's up to the second level at the 32-yard line. Pushes close to the first down marker. 6-yard pickup for Ratliff there. He showed off some power as he shrugged off a tackle.
Yeah, he kind of got hit and hugged and kind of got dropped. And speaking of hugs, if you got family coming in for this holiday season and you need to feed them, get a hold of the folks at Tusky Deli. They can make you some ham and cheese trays and stuff like that to feed all those extra people.
I wondered where you were going with that one. Ratliff will give it off. Stenson, stutter step, right side, first down and plenty more as he's up to the 26-yard line. Pickup of 7 that time. Actually, that was Colton Mathias, the sophomore running back, his first carry, and a nice pickup.
It'll be interesting to see if New Lex is going to go tempo right here, or if they're going to let the quarter run out as they're down to 20 seconds in the quarter.
Panthers have been going tempo from the start. Looks like they're going to keep that rolling. They'll go 1-by-2 as they have a wing on the left side in Toth. He's actually up close to the line. Motion man and Spicer from right to left. Ratliff in front of Stenson. He'll give it off to him. He gets past the linebacker, past the safety almost, who just trips him up in Reese St. Clair and takes him down at the 15. 11-yard pickup as that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Stenson's finding some running room for New Lexington. Indian Valley leads 7-0. Big Z Sports returns for more regional final action after this.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills. Get certified. Get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
Braves lead 7-0 from Stewart Field here in Coshocton. Regional final out of Region 15. New Lexington driving, looking to knot this game up at 7. Right now, Shannon, you're getting some big gash runs from Paul Stenson as the New Lexington line is doing a fantastic job neutralizing Indian Valley's defense. Not able to get multiple hats to the ball, and right now it's hurting them as this drive has entered the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone for the Panthers.
Yeah, this is one of the few times that we've seen somebody have success running the ball against Indian Valley in the last couple of years, and a lot of that's to do with the way New Lex spreads it out a little bit. Indian Valley's kind of changed their defensive plan a little bit maybe, and now they got to kind of correct some things.
Indian Valley, as you pointed out in that first quarter, not necessarily loading up the box as they had before, but that has credit to the Panthers who like to spread things out. Pistol, Ratliff in front of Stenson. They'll go 1-by-2. Spicer, motion from right to left. Ratliff will turn. He'll give it off to Stenson. He'll look for room, and that time the defensive line converges and drops him after a 1-yard gain. Big Brogan Wilson in the middle, clogging it up.
Yeah, Wilson did a nice job right there. He was able to shed his block and kind of just grab a hold of him and drag him down.
Of course, also going on regional finals action in Z Country at 99.9 WTUZ. Garraway taking on Kirtland. So we'll look to get a score update from that one here in just a little while. Shotgun, Ratliff, motion Stenson to his left side. Toth, the wing on the left. Motion man from the slot right to left in Spicer. Play fake. Ratliff, the lefty, back to pass. He has to be flush from the pocket. He looks for more room, steps up to the next level, and he is taken down hard by 4 different Braves, and a flag comes in the backfield. Likely going to be a hold.
Yeah, they're going to get him for a hold again. They're getting a lot of hold whenever the quarterback decides to scramble, and the defensive guy tries to spin, and they're grabbing a hold of him.
Gotta love some sportsmanship, too, as Brogan Wilson was slow to get up there for the Braves. Tristan Braden, the senior offensive lineman, came over and went to pick up Big Brogan, and I think he underestimated the size there for a minute, but he helped him up off the turf.
Yeah, that's one thing about linemen. They know what it's like when you go down, and they want to help each other up.
So the holding, if I'm not mistaken, Shannon, 3rd holding already on New Lexington.
Yeah, that's their 3rd holding penalty. Like I said, every time they get called with hold, it's on a scramble, and the offensive line just get caught up when the defensive guy tries to spin. He's got to disengage.
You don't like the holding if you're the Panthers, but also you don't like the fact that your quarterback took a hit that he didn't need to because the play was negated. 2-by-1, but they'll tighten it up a little bit more. Toth up on the line as a wing. Ratliff has Stenson to his left. Spicer motions from left to right. Ratliff takes the snap, and there's whistles, and somebody moved.
Yeah, going to get a false start on New Lex.
Not sure where, as you saw a couple Braves defenders up and pointing towards the line or pointing towards the motion man. That makes it all the more complicated if you are New Lexington, now facing a 2nd and 18. You were in the red zone. Now you're almost back to your own 30.
Yeah, and the rain has picked up.
Rain continues to fall. Other than that, a beautiful night in November. Do we have to you start singing the Guns N' Roses song?
Which one's that?
Cold November Rain.
Oh, I thought maybe it was something different, like Sweet Child of Mine.
2-by-3 as they'll empty out the backfield in the shotgun with Ratliff. Ratliff ready. He's got the snap. It's a low one. He's got pressure from the left side. He steps up. Titan Peterman grabs a hold of him. He tries to spin away, and he does. Ratliff looking for the left sideline. He's grabbed by Kinsey. Taken down as well by Williams, who also recovered on the play. Wild sequence, but only got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, outstanding job by Titan Peterman right there. He come back in. He's got that big brace on his arm. Got it all tightened or taped up, and they call him T Nasty for a reason, man. He just gets in there and does the dirty work, and he's the one that created that whole play.
Peterman couldn't quite corral him, but still strung him out far enough, as did Kinsey and Williams, to push him towards the boundary. 3rd down and 23. A lot of effort to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ratliff in the shotgun with Stenson offset to the right. They'll put one wide receiver up close to the line and Brayson Lee to the left. Play fake, back to pass is Ratliff. He's got pressure in front of him. Steps up, goes towards the sideline. Bradley Barr is there. Tries to corral him. He gets some help from Titan Peterman, and both get the sack. It brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Peterman and Barr, man, they did a nice job staying together right there. And that's the thing. You got to keep a quarterback like that that runs. You got to keep him in front of you. You can't constantly chase him from behind or from the side. Keep him in front of you. And right now, Indian Valley is probably going to go into kind of a prevent defense right here. Keep everything in front of you because they got to get all the way down to the 3-yard line.
To put that in perspective for you, 1st down marker is within the 5, and New Lexington sits at their own 33-yard line. 4th down and forever. 9 minutes to go before halftime. They are going to line up the offense. Well, what do you think, Shannon? How many plays do you have for this? An old hook and ladder, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not real sure on how good they are with their kicking game, but they're going to go for it right here.
Ratliff, no surprise, back to pass. He is grabbed again, and he is Titan Peterman, who takes him to the ground alongside with Caden Riggs.
Riggs and Peterman just got in there and just blew up that whole backfield right there, and just when it looks like New Lex had found their offense, a couple penalties and 3 huge sacks is what shut them down.
And that puts Indian Valley in fantastic territory as they will be at the Panthers' 42-yard line. What a defensive stand there. It was a straight drop for Ratliff, and almost the moment that he stepped back, he had nothing he could possibly do.
Yeah, it just really you got to give the sacks to the defensive backs who've done an outstanding job with their coverage right there. A couple plays before that, they were kind of giving up some little short passes, and then the running game was working well, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Indian Valley defense that we have known for the last couple years.
Braves will get the ball with 8:48 to go before the halftime break, and remember, they will receive the second half kickoff. Shannon's phone has been going off a lot. You're a popular man these days.
Everybody trying to listen to the game, trying to watch the game, and we've had a post all week saying that we couldn't live stream it. I don't know what people don't understand.
Kinsey, the Wildcat quarterback, into the second level and was one stiff arm away from going to the house, but Spicer holds him up. He'll get down to the New Lexington 41-yard line. A pickup that time, a 17 and a federal first for Kinsey.
Yeah, just outstanding job up front right there, and Kinsey got that burst of speed and just blew through there.
Great job by Spicer Kinsey, one of the hardest running backs in the state of Ohio to tackle one-on-one.
The only way you're going to slow him down is hook sandbags to him, and if you need some sandbags, get a hold of U.S. Bagging over there on 36 outside of Janaton. They can hook you up with all kinds of sand.
One by one, tight end to the left side. Motion man in Hostetler. Williams gets a lead block from Kinsey, goes into the defensive lineman, still pushing forward, and Williams goes 8 yards up the field on the carry. Frank out of the quarterback position looked more like a fullback plunging through.
Well, Frank right there took a shot right at the tackle, and he wanted to make sure he was the first one to pop up. He's not going to let a hit like that, give the defense any confidence.
Second down and 2 now as the Braves keep their drive moving. Jaron O'Connor checks out as he was in for that play. Actually, he'll check in. Coy Haney comes off. And some problems with the substitution as Williams is trying to get something clarified from the sideline. Play clock is running down to about 20 seconds. Braves still think that they're going to get it in, no problem, as they do get the play call now, and we'll bring it in, does Williams.
Well, I heard from the coach's box a timeout, but I don't think Coach Lank got the message from his coaches up here.
Shotgun, Williams has Barr in front of him. Kinsey offset to the right. He might line up as your Wildcat quarterback. Now Williams getting some more direction into the line. They just get the snap away. High snap. Kinsey has to get up for it. He'll get through the first level. Into the linebacker over top of him at the 25-yard line. 8-yard pickup as Kinsey put a hurting on somebody.
Dude, there's so much stuff that went wrong right there, from the wrong play in, the wrong substitutes to a high snap and getting it off at 1 second. I don't know how Kinsey was able to get that many yards.
It was a First Federal first down. And I don't know who Kinsey hit at the second level. But, boy, that one looked painful as Haney looks like he's checking out again.
Yeah, it looks like they're rotating some offensive linemen in and out, maybe trying to change the look up front and maybe get New Lex into a situation.
True pistol set here as Williams will line up in front of Kinsey. 2 wide receivers left. Pitch play to the right side. Peterman throwing the lead block. Kinsey has nowhere to go. He lost the ball, and it rolls out of bounds at the 27-yard line as somebody was in there. Might have been Ratliff as well as a defensive lineman and Paul Neely who poked it away, but it just trickles out of bounds and Braves keep possession.
Kinsey only had 3 fumbles on the whole season right there, and he just lost that one and got lucky it rolled out of bounds.
I don't know who hit him over the top, whether it was Spicer or Ratliff or Neely, but whoever it was did a great job of poking the ball away. Second down and 12 now.
Well, we can see it up here with all that rain. That ball's got a nice shine on it, and I'm pretty sure those balls don't look that shiny unless they're brand new.
They'll go with a shotgun as Williams will have Barr up in the formation as a fullback, running back to his left. Now Kinsey will go to his right side, so Barr to the left, Kinsey to the right. Williams, Reed, left side. Barr blows up the lead block, and there's going to be a hold as Williams got up to the second level into the red zone, but it's not going to matter. So you also have an offensive lineman slow to get up in Wilson, and it's coming back right kind of in the area where Kinsey made contact with his man.
Yeah, it looked like they're calling that one on 55, Brogan O'Connor.
So move the Braves back after what would have been close to a first down carry. If you remember, this is eerily similar to the regional semifinals last year against New Lexington. Some uncharacteristic mistakes from the Braves in this regional round.
Yeah, and really they've done a good job up to this point, but that one right there, that was a big holding because it put them way back.
Second and 22 to be exact, so it must have been at the line of scrimmage or close by it. So they'll spread James and St. Clair wide left, Hostetler wide right. Tight end on the left side of the line. Now Hostetler will overload the left side as a tight end. Williams has Kinsey to his left. Williams going to throw it out here on a swing pass into the hands of Hostetler. He'll go to the second level. 30, 25. Hostetler breaking free. 15 caught from behind at the 10, and he will go down.
Yeah, nice job right there. They wasn't expecting Hostetler to get the ball right there, and he caught it and looked like they was going to be able to get him after about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but the track kid got a little bit of speed right there and was able to run out of some tackles, and the guy from New Lex did a nice job, took the right angle to be able to bring him down.
27-yard pickup that you'll see later on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel on the Ron's Heating and Cooling replay into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Hostetler just took one cut. Looked like he was going to have pay dirt, but what a great recovery by the Panthers defensive backfield to at least tackle him to keep this an opportunity at least for New Lexington to get a stop. It is first and goal from the 10. Shotgun with 2 running backs. Kinsey, your Wildcat quarterback, gets the snap left side, and he's going to walk in. Kinsey went between 2 tacklers. Nobody touched him the last 5 yards, and it's a pair of touchdowns for the senior.
Just good old-fashioned football right there. Start at the 10-yard line. We're going to give you 4 plays, see if we can stop you. And Kinsey said, "You're not going to stop me at all. As a matter of fact, you're not going to touch me."
Kinsey's second rushing touchdown of the night as he continues to add to his career total. Extra point up coming from James. 5:33 to go before the halftime break as Indian Valley so far offensively a couple of miscues, but it has not bothered him to this point. James has a high extra point, but he'll knock it through. 14-0. Back for a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff after this.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales. And once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio from Stewart Field tonight in Coshocton. The backdrop for your Region 15 final. Winner goes on to the state Final Four in Division 4. Right now, Indian Valley up by 2 scores, 5:33 to go before the halftime break. As we pointed out, Braves will get the ball to start the second half. So priority number one, if you're the Panthers, got to find some way to get a way to get some points on the board.
Yeah, they found ways to move the ball against Indian Valley, and then they get down there and shot themselves in the foot, and now they got to get it into the end zone. Like I said, Indian Valley gets it after half.
James with a deep kickoff to Terrell King. He'll look for room, goes up the middle, and he's got it up to the 35-yard line before he was submarined under. Bronco Braun is the one who makes the tackle at about the 30, and they will say right at the 35. Braun doing a great job there as King had kind of gotten past that first wave of defenders on the kickoff coverage, but little number 2 came up there and finished it off.
Yeah, he did. He finished off the tackler like you do in Amici's Pizza. so if you're
quickly and efficiently, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So if you're looking for some good taste in pizza, get a hold of Amici's Pizza in Jeanette and Hutton or West Lafayette.
Ball will be at the 36-yard line. The motion and extra alignment out there is a tight end to the right side. Pistol. Ratliff has to pull it off the turf. Stenson right side. Next level, and he goes up to the safety at the 50-yard line. 14-yard pickup. Actually, they'll say his knee went down after a 12-yard gain. First Federal first. Stenson continues to rip off some big chunk runs.
Yeah, this is one of the things right here where New Lex is might want to commit to the run a little bit more, but if Indian Valley can find a way to stop the run, it forces them back into that pass, and the way they've been playing the pass defense has kind of been a little bit better than we have thought.
Motion man from left to right in Toth. Ball sits at the 48-yard line of New Lexington. Handoff there. Stenson looks for room. Stutter steps, and he's got nowhere to go and is taken down hard as O'Connor, the defensive back, Brett O'Connor, finishes it off with a defensive lineman around his legs.
Yeah, and Caden Riggs right there made a big tackle too.
Stenson, a 1-yard gain. It was Riggs who held him up. O'Connor finished it off. That's going to be the big key when Stenson gets running downhill. It's really hard to get on him quickly and to slow his momentum. You got to get him in the backfield before he picks up that speed. They'll go 1 by 2 in the pistol. Ratliff has Stenson behind him. Tight end right side of the line. Handoff to the right side. Stenson looks for room, plunges forward. He's at the 50, leans to the 49, but not much more than that. A 2-yard pickup. Indian Valley's defensive line and the front 7 doing a better job collapsing that time.
Yeah, and that was Caden Riggs again. That was Caden Riggs, number 12, got in there, got him around the feet again.
So Riggs, a couple of big tackles and a half a sack, playing a whale of a game on the defensive line.
Well, I talked to some of the Indian Valley coaches this week, and they said that was going to be the problem. They got so many good defensive linemen, didn't know which guys were going to be the ones. They're going to have to find out which ones are going to step up, and right now Riggs is stepping up.
3rd down and 7 in the shotgun. Play fake. Ratliff rolling to the left side. He's going to try to run it. There's Kinsey, who can't grab a hold of him, and Ratliff will scoot forward to about the 44-yard line. They get the 43.5, still going to be short of a first down by about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess being down 2 scores with 3:52 to go, chances are they're going to go for it right here.
Ball will sit at the 43-yard line of Indian Valley. 4th down and a long one to go. Coach Kevin Board sends Ratliff out with the play call. Huge play for the Panthers.
If you're in Indian Valley, you got to watch you don't jump off sides right here.
And look at this formation. 2 receivers left. The center will line up over the top of the ball. Everybody else out to the right. Ratliff by himself. Ratliff with a hard count. We saw some trick plays last week in the regional semifinal that paid off for the Panthers. Do they run another one here? Play clock down to 12. And Coach Board wants a timeout. It is a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Hey, wake up. New drinks just dropped at Wendy's. Cold foam, cold brew coffee, and sparkling energy. Both the caramel and the chocolate cold foam are just, so good. And the pineapple citrus and cherry limeade sparkling energy each have 80 to 120 milligrams of added caffeine. So whether you need a treat first thing or to just stop yawning already, mornings hit different. To pick up a new pick-me-up, gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Huge play upcoming in 4th down for New Lexington. They'll spread things out with 3 wide receivers left. Ratliff in a pistol. They'll really get the line out wide. Handoff. Stenson looks for room, and he goes forward for the first down up to the 40, make it the 39.5. 4-yard pickup for Stenson, and that's a huge conversion. If the Panthers didn't get it there, they could have had big-time trouble, but New Lexington staying alive.
Yeah, and that was kind of all the running back right there because he was met right at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to power his way through and fall through for the first down.
1st and 10, ball at the 40, 3:40 to go before halftime. Ratliff in the backfield with Stenson, motions Toth to the right side. Swing pass into his hands. He'll step up to the next level. He is taken down at about the 34-yard line. Another great tackle. Reese St. Clair out there, still a pickup of 5.
Yeah, they did a nice job. Got a nice gain of 5 yards right there, but Reese St. Clair did a nice job. He was able to avoid a block, and he broke down and was able to make a tackle.
They'll go 1 by 2 as a tight end on the right side of the line. Pistol again. Ratliff in front of Stenson. Out to the right side with Stenson, changes direction left. Now he'll go in the middle in the A-gap, and he will fall forward. Maybe a 3-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, Brogan Wilson did a nice job, got in there, but he made the running back change directions, and he was able to get a positive gain out of that.
Checking out is Stenson. Checking in is Colton Mathias. We saw Mathias earlier with a 7-yard pickup for a first down. New Lex will go 3 by 1, it looks like initially, as they're still getting the play call in from Coach Board and company. 2.5 minutes to go before the halftime break, and that will be brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison. We'll bring you some updates and insights to this first half. Ratliff has Mathias to his left. It'll be a turn and a play fake. Ratliff just a naked read off the left side. There's a flag. He's grabbed and dropped at the line of scrimmage from behind. There was a flag in the middle of the field. Might be a hold.
Yeah, not sure if it's hold or if the defensive lineman went high.
Well, maybe because it looks like they were they were looking at head coach Matt Lancaster with a hold if he wanted to accept it or accept the play, and I would imagine he wants to push the Panthers back.
Yeah, and that flag came in quick, so it must have been a pretty obvious hold.
Williams on the edge, playing contain and corralled Ratliff. He's got some nice speed on that fake, but Indian Valley did not bite. Now it's suddenly 3rd down and long, about 3rd and 12. Panthers have been playing behind the sticks a lot offensively tonight with some miscues. It's made it an uphill climb, but they have had some success on some drives, but have yet to find the scoreboard. Needing a score here with about 2 minutes to go before the midway point. Ratliff will motion Mathias behind him in a pistol, 2 by 1. Ratliff will try to roll out, and a weird-looking play fake there. He's going to drop, goes straight down the field. To the right side, Carson Hostetler is there, and it goes in and out of his hands, incomplete, and brings up 4th down and long.
Yeah, he could have looked like he might have had a chance of getting the interception right there, but not able to hold on to it.
Maybe in a field position battle there, he didn't want to pick it off that deep. Might have also lost it up in the lights with the raindrops falling. It'll bring up 4th down and long. That was a funky-looking play fake for Ratliff in the shotgun. As he went back, everybody was spread out wide. Almost just looked like they were hoping for a Hail Mary shot. They will bring on their punt team.
Well, if you're Indian Valley right here, you don't send anybody in after the punt. You hold everybody back. You don't want to take a chance of getting into the punter.
Freshman Dalton Waite will be your punter as he'll line up with his heels at his own 45-yard line. One man back deep in Reese St. Clair. Waite will step into it with his left foot. A line drive, a low one. St. Clair will call for the fair catch at his own 11. That's where the Braves will take over. 1:45 to go before the halftime break. All 3 timeouts still left for the Braves. A double dip situation would be perfect for Coach Lancaster and company.
Yeah, in a perfect situation, if you're a deer hunter and you need to get some help raising your deer, get a hold of Tails Minerals. They can hook you up with some minerals for your deer feeders, or they can fill your feeders when you're out on vacation, even help you clearing some land or do some food prop work.
Are we going to try to convince people that we plan this stuff ahead of time?
I don't ever plan anything. I just see something and I talk about it. And Tails Minerals can help you with a lot of things. Get a hold of them. It's a new company in Tuscarawas County.
Indian Valley in the shotgun. It's a direct snap. Kinsey, another high snap. He'll go off the left side. He's got the lane. He's got the sideline to the 20, 25, 30. He's going down, but it's a flag in the backfield. As Kinsey goes all the way down to the 45, but it looks like Titan Peterman going to get called for the hold.
Yeah, I seen a player on the ground right around Titan Peterman, and Titan's still standing back there, so he must be the guilty one.
Harrison Ratliff, the senior linebacker, was tied up with him. Flag came in pretty early in that play as Kinsey was up to about the 20-yard line when it came in. So back the Braves up half the distance to the goal. They'll be at their own 5-yard line with 1st and 15.
Well, the minute and 37, it's 1st and 15. You know, Coach Langston, they're going to run it right here, and if they can get some big distance, they're going to keep going for it. But they're also not going to, take a chance to give a new Lex the ball back with only, a minute to go in the half.
Especially not with a short field either. They'll go I form as Williams is under center. Kinsey, the deep tailback. He'll go up the middle, goes to the second level, past his left guard in Haney, and he'll push to about the 8-yard line. Only a 3-yard pickup, and he'll bring up 2nd down and long.
Yeah, and right now I'm going to guess with that short run right there, Coach Lank's going to be content right here to letting the clock run.
Well, even with those 3 timeouts, you might be itching to try to push it downfield, but you got to play the field position game, and especially the lead you've got with 2 scores.
And you get the ball back. You get the ball after halftime first, so it's not one of those positions where you need to score.
High school football here on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER, brought to you in part by Right Mark Roofing. I-Form turns and hands it off. It's Kinsey off the left side. Nice stiff arm, but it'll go up to only about the 10-yard line. It's a 2-yard pickup, and there will be whistles and a timeout, I believe, for the Panthers potentially. Well, I thought there was a timeout. We had the extra whistle.
There was. They're waving, but they can't get the clock to stop. So they're probably going to put back to about 34 seconds.
Almost looked like they said timeout Indian Valley. But regardless, we'll move it on to a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports returns after this.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Out of that timeout, 39 seconds to go before the halftime break. 14-0, Braves lead. 3rd down and long here, Shannon. Not going to be trying to do anything too crazy. First down would be huge, though, if you are the Braves, as you could just bleed the clock out for this first half.
Yeah, as New Lex took that timeout right there, and they want to get a chance to get the ball back, and Indian Valley's going to try a run play here to see if they can get a first down somehow.
Left side, it's Kinsey, breaks through 1 tackle, still on his feet at the 20, stumbles and he recovers again. He's at the 30, up to the 35, and taken down at the 40. A 29-yard pickup and a first down for Kinsey.
And Coach Lancaster's like, well, now we'll take a timeout. If you want to give us an opportunity, we'll take a timeout. and we're going to go for it.
We will keep it right here, and we swear we didn't know what was going to happen, but we said a first down could be huge to bleed out the clock, but we weren't expecting a almost 30-yard run there for Kinsey, who's been a busy man this first half. Indian Valley's offense so far rather efficient, 2 for 2 in the passing game, as they've got 64 yards by way of that. Kinsey has been your leading carrier, no surprise. Braves have not had to dig too deep in the well right now with this 14-0 lead.
No, they don't have to. You just give the ball to Kinsey, and with the field conditions, and you thought as many times as he would get hit, he wouldn't be able to keep his footing and keep going. And if you need a piece of equipment like that when the weather gets bad or the snow comes, go see the folks over at Addy Polaris. They can get you something that can get you up and down the trails and on your land. And if that doesn't sell it for you, well, don't forget Christmas is coming. I'm sure there's some little kids out there like a four-wheeler for Christmas.
Dependable even when the weather is bad is what you're saying, right? That type of equipment.
That's right. You can have fun in the sun or you can have fun in the snow.
1st and 10, ball at the new the Indian Valley 40-yard line. With 30 seconds to go, Braves with those 2 timeouts. Now, this is one of those scenarios where we saw a couple times in the postseason Williams trying to dial up something deep, has thrown some interceptions, has had some turnovers. If you are going to turn the ball over, you want it to be deep, though, in that scenario. They'll play fake to Reese St. Clair. It's a throwback to him, though, and he's got a lot of room to the left side. St. Clair cutback. Nice down the field block there by Peterman, and St. Clair down the left sideline. 10-5 touchdown!
And they just threw a late flag comes in.
A flag all the way back at about midfield that we did not see until St. Clair was down to about the 10.
And I'm not sure what happened. I think there were so many players balled up right there, and Peterman was pushing them down the field, and that flag came in so late right there, and that's what got everybody mad.
That was where Peterman was throwing the block in that area. You saw the defensive lineman or the linebacker for New Lexington kind of have his hands up in the air. It could have been a situation where the official couldn't get the flag out of the belt, wiped the touchdown on the board on what was a home run shot to Reese St. Clair.
Yeah, and it's a spot foul, so it's only going to move it back a couple yards.
It'll put the ball at the 37-yard line of Indian Valley. Only 16 seconds to go here. Probably going to be just looking to ice the rest of the clock away.
Well, it's still first down, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of shot they take here.
2 running backs in the backfield with Williams, one by one. Play fake. Williams is going to go back to pass. Heaves it down the right sideline. Going to be a jump ball with Hostetler, who's ripped down. And there's the flag. Hostetler got just thrown to the ground that time by Dalis Neely.
Yeah, I don't know what the official over here on the sideline seen is the guy over here threw the back judge threw the flag.
And there is the pass interference call, again, spot foul from the original line of scrimmage in high school football, because otherwise Indian Valley would have been in scoring distance. Now only 10 seconds on the clock. There was nothing fancy about that play call. It was going to be a jump ball. Hostetler was trying to get position in front of the defender and suddenly got grabbed by the shoulder pads and put down to the turf.
Yeah, and how many times have we said it in high school football? It's a 15-yard penalty. So if you're going to get burnt deep, you're better off just to tackle the player.
Truthfully, for Neely, that's probably the right defensive play when you think about it, especially in the situation with that much time left on the clock. So now into plus territory on the new Lexington 47. 10 seconds to go here. Braves still have 2 timeouts, leading 14-0. And there's a flag, and I think they had way too many people in the huddle that time, Shannon.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays where the coach should have called timeout when you've seen that many people in the huddle.
So now Braves will go back into the wrong side of the 50. This might be the longest last 20 seconds or so before a half we've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, there's been a lot of penalty flags thrown this half.
So that will put Indian Valley on the other 48-yard line now. Couple substitutions as they will sub out Neely and bring in Eli Dixon. Braves break the huddle 2 by 2 this time in the pistol as Kinsey is behind Williams. They'll turn. Play fake. Williams back to pass. Looks left sideline. Going to deliver it. Going to be another jump ball. Laying out for it. It is knocked away by the defender. Great defensive play with 3 seconds left on the clock. Stride for stride with Colt James down the sideline. Couldn't tell who it was. Actually, that was Ratliff who was all the way down the field with him.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He just got on his hip right there, and James kind of looked like he might have started to lose his footing a little bit, but it didn't matter. The defender got up, made a nice play on the ball.
Well, 3 seconds to go. We would hope this will be the last play, but we'll wait and see. 2nd down and 15 after the illegal substitution. Braves will bring on their offense once again. Coming up, as we mentioned, your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. We've got some stats and insights for this first 2 quarters of action. Some mistakes for either side that they'll look to clean up. I-form as Williams will give it off. Misdirection to Kinsey. He gets grabbed from the side by Stevens. Breaks that tackle. Looks for the right sideline. Now trying to get more blockers in front of him. Stiff arm up to the 28-yard line and taken down. It was a 22-yard pickup for Kinsey as that will end the first half. Little bit of theatrics there at the end, nearly pushed close to another score, but the Braves will take the 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and that was just one of those plays right there. They just gave it to Kinsey and said, here, go do what you can do. And New Lex just about missed enough tackles right there that gave him the opportunity to get to the end zone, but after a couple cutbacks, they were able to wrap him up.
Halftime on the way. Stick with us here on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER, as we will have some insights of everything that has happened to this point. And, of course, check out all the action on the Big Z Sports social media platforms, thanks to our guys along the sideline. Indian Valley leads 14-0 on this regional final. Big Z Sports is back after this.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
At Harts's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Harts's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? MPAC Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, MPAC Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit MPAC Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what MPAC Collision can do for you.
First National Bank of Denison halftime report as you see the Indian Valley Marching Braves, if you're watching later on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, on the field. And of course, as clarification's sake, if you're tuned in right now at WJER 100.9 FM, because we still got some questions about that, unable to live stream.
Listen, if you're going to be watching later on the YouTube channel or tomorrow for college football or Sunday for the NFL, get a hold of your pizza and get you some wings. I'm telling you. You cannot go wrong with their wings. They got some of the best wings in the state, I think. But they got deep fried chicken, they got sandwiches, they got salads and pizza. Get what you want. I recommend the barbecue wings.
You know, I'm remembering back into high school, I think it was, my wife and I, well, not wife at that point, obviously, but we would just run down to Your Pizza, as I was living on 416 at that point, and got to enjoy some of their boneless wings. They always had great deals on those.
Yeah, their boneless wings, they're good. And even if you got to go to a party and you got to take a covered dish, just call there, get some wings, shake them up in a container, take them home, dump them in a nice Tupperware box, take them with you and be like, look, I brought wings.
They're going to know. They're going to know where they came from. Anyway, outside of the food talk, the Indian Valley Braves lead 14-0 over the new Lexington Panthers, this Region 15 regional final. Shannon, overall, far from a pretty game for both sides. Lots of mistakes, lots of laundry on the field. New Lexington has had a lot of nice drives that they have been able to string together. Again, the same problem that a lot of teams have had against the Braves this year. They don't pay off in points.
Yeah, they're moving the ball down the field, and they're getting pretty good far down the field. They just can't finish it. They'll get a penalty and get behind the sticks, and then that forces them to their passing game. And the Indian Valley rush defense, who was had a little bit of trouble getting to the quarterback. Now they're getting to the quarterback pretty good, and it's kind of changed the way New Lex has had to change the way they call this game. And right now, the Braves are winning.
They are, and looking at the yardage totals, 2 for 3 through the air for Riker Williams for 64 yards. He linked up with Grady Kinsey for a 37-yard strike. Carson Hostetler with a 27-yard grab. Kinsey on the ground, 11 carries, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Williams has toted the ball 5 times for 25 yards, and that's it. That's everybody who so far has touched the ball.
Yeah, and just the Indian Valley offense is, when you get weather like this, you got a consistent rain that keeps coming down. Sometimes it's better just to go with what you know instead of trying to force something. And right now they're just going with what's got them here.
So far to this point, on the other side for New Lexington, 4 for 7 in the passing game is Lane Ratliff, as he has found himself so far to this point about 31 yards through the air. He's got 2 completions to Tanner Toth and 2 to Tyson Spicer. Outside of that, not really much doing there. He has been sacked 3 different times. He's run a couple times as he has 3 carries for 12 yards. It's been Paul Stenson from the start so far, 13 carries for 64 yards. A lot of those have been chunk runs, though, outside of carries of 10, 10, 11, and 12. It's been a lot of short yardage gains for Stenson.
Yeah, and Stenson, he showed some nice burst of speeds when he has hit those gaps, and the offensive line has opened them up wide for him, and whenever your safety for Indian Valley's got to come up and make the tackles, that's not a good thing. But then they make adjustments, and they find a way to slow him down. And like I said, Ratliff, he's had a little bit of success throwing the ball. He's even tried to run it a couple times, and he's found success there. But usually when he scrambles, a defensive guy will make some type of spin, and the offensive lineman guy will wrap him up and get called for a penalty, and then that's what gets him in trouble.
It's the First National Bank of Denison halftime report, and you are locked into the sports voice of the Valley, WJER 100.9 FM, Dover, New Philadelphia. Indian Valley leading by 2 scores. New Lexington, so far with a 0 up on the scoreboard, what do you think they need to adjust to try to change that story in the second half?
The first thing they got to do is clean up all those penalties. They've got a lot of penalties that's put their offense behind. And then they got to do the simple thing that nobody's been able to do is they got to find a way to stop 22. The only thing that's kind of really stopped the Indian Valley offense is the same thing that stopped the New Lex offense is the penalty flags. Both of them have got a lot of flags here in the first half, and they're going to have to clean those up. And right now, when they come out at halftime, they got to find a way to stop Indian Valley. Don't let them get in the end zone again.
For the Braves, they've had in the postseason, but you still got the 14-0 lead. Any adjustments you think you're going to see out of the red, white, and blue?
I don't think you'll see too many adjustments out of them other than trying to clean those penalties up. Seems like everything they're doing has seemed to be working. They've been making in-game changes on defense that's really helped them. The offense continue to do what they do. Right now, Coach, it's 0-0. We just got to go out and go score for them in the second half, and we'll come out a 14-point winner.
We will wait and see what adjustments are made into the second half. We're going to be returning to the First National Bank of Denison halftime report here in just a few moments. Shannon, you and I will step away, get some water, and regroup as we get ready for the second half of action. Big thanks to you to all who are tuned in at 100.9 FM and at WJER.com. Also, we were able to have our YouTube live stream, or YouTube video replay, I should say, after tonight's contest, thanks to the Claxon Communications crew of Jaron, Aber, and Jeremy Holbrook, doing some hard work here behind the scenes.
A quick McDonald's scoreboard update as Kirtland leads Garraway 14-0 at halftime, and I believe Glenville is leading Perry 28-7, and the winner of that Glenville-Perry game will play the winner of this New Lex Indian Valley game.
Oh, how exciting it gets this late in the season.
So thank you to McDonald's for jumping on board, and go get yourself a McChicken.
That actually doesn't sound too bad right now. I'm more of a fan of a McDouble myself, truthfully.
That's why I get the McDouble.
Ah, nice. How about the bacon McDouble?
And I like it when they do that BOGO, buy one, get one for $1.
Oh, that's always good. How did we start our halftime show talking about food, and now we're going to wrap the first break talking about food?
I'm getting hungry.
You and I both. Stick around. We got more on the way from Stewart Field in Coshocton right after this.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at PacDrilling.com.
Hey, other guys insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and loud and clear advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At Logivision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Logivision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Logivision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
It is your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. Indian Valley leading 14-0 over New Lexington. Shannon walking around down there, stopping in, getting some refreshments. I'm a little parched in the throat department after what was a fun first half.
It was a fast first half. New Lex with going a little bit fast right there and making some things happen. They got caught up with some mistakes, but looking to see what kind of adjustments they make here in the second half and see what Indian Valley can draw up.
Well, walking down from the home side, which is the New Lexington side for this game, you can see a lot of confidence still in their team right now to this point, and rightfully so. This has been a battle-tested team so far this year that only dropped one game through the regular season here into this postseason. I'm sure Coach Kevin Board and company had some adjustments there, but I don't think there was any need for any real panic there in that halftime break.
No, there wasn't no need for panic. Their biggest issue are penalties, getting caught up and putting them behind the sticks. And when you're playing at this level, this far deep into the postseason, you can't make those kind of mistakes because you can't recover from them. And their biggest challenge right now, trailing 14-0 with Indian Valley getting the ball after halftime, they're going to have to find a way to stop the Braves. And to tell you how big this game is, I'm looking out the press box right here in front of us, and I see a couple West Holmes Knights wrestlers and football players sitting right here in front of me. Got some Coshocton Letterman jackets
down
there.
There's a Tri-Valley down there.
Tri-Valley. Everybody knew what kind of game this was going to be, and they didn't let the rain stop them. They came to sit in the rain with all these fans, and they decided it was going to be worth the while.
Everybody loves some good high school football, especially when it comes to the regional final round. Also want to give a shout-out on this New Lexington squad to one of their, I believe, senior players on this Panthers squad, as J.B. Wagner out there playing in the band, getting his shoulder pads. Actually, there was another one, too, I missed.
Yeah, there was two players that are in the band, and you don't see that too often anymore. Usually it's with smaller schools, and these two, they're doing it right here.
So it looks like it was Wagner as well as, I think that's 76, Tony Toner, a sophomore lineman. So good on both of them doing the double time here.
You know, and music's one of those things that if you're thinking about it when you're young, go ahead and do it, because when you get older, you would have thought to yourself, man, I should learn how to play an instrument.
Yeah, a little bit harder to pick up as you get older. Now, looking ahead, we already talked about what our keys to the game were at kickoff. I'm not sure if you remember what you were talking about with them. We wanted to see how much those have held true to this point, or if you think they've shifted at all here to this second half.
Well, I think it shifted big time towards the second half, and I said that New Lex needed to find a way to stop Grady Kinsey and take care of the football. Well, they've taken care of the football, but they haven't been able to stop Grady Kinsey. So that's the adjustment that they're going to have to make. They got to find a way to do that. But now, not only taking care of the football and offense, now they got to find a way to clean up those penalties. That's got to be the biggest adjustment right now, because those penalties have put you in a situation to where you got your quarterback behind, and he had to scramble and get dropped for a couple big sacks and forced you into a couple punts.
On the other side of the coin for Indian Valley, has the message or the idea or what you're focusing on changed at all?
Well, the biggest thing I said for Indian Valley, I believe, was their defensive backs had to stay true on defense and to get wrapped up in trick plays and this and that. Well, really, New Lex hasn't went with any trick plays.
They did have one time where they lined up with something looking a little bit funky. They never end up running the play, and they ran one double reverse.
And they did the double reverse, and I believe it was O'Connor that sniffed that out. But the defensive backs have did an outstanding job. I thought that going into tonight, I thought maybe that might have been one of the weakest spots on their defense, because sometimes they play the run, they anticipate the run a lot, and I thought that might get them in trouble tonight. And tonight, their coverage is what's really forced the sacks in the backfield, because the quarterback had to scramble and gets brought down because they had an outstanding job of coverage, and they're going to have to continue to do that. They can run the football, they'll run the clock, burn the clock while they're running the football, and it's just one of those things you can't take up a home run play or get caught up with a home run play.
Right you are. Riker Williams has a sack. Bradley Barr and Titan Peterman teamed up for a sack. Caden Riggs and Titan Peterman also teaming up for a sack. Those three times that they brought Ratcliffe down in the backfield, if you recall, those were when New Lexington, I believe all three of them were behind the sticks. So the Panthers going to have to make those adjustments and not have those costly mistakes, those unforced errors.
Yeah, those unforced errors is what's really hurt them. And I think that Caden Riggs has played an outstanding game up front tonight. Usually we talk about all the other guys, and Riggs, He's kind of the one that we don't mention a lot in some of the other games, but he does a lot of the dirty work. And tonight, he's the one that we're talking about. He's doing a lot of things in the gaps and stuff and forcing some big issues and making some big tackles.
In the defensive backfield, how about Brett O'Connor, too? He's been all over the field.
Yeah, Brett O'Connor, he's really stepped his game up as the playoff game went, or the playoff run started, and that's what you got to do. I mean, you can't always rely on a couple guys to get the job done. You got to get in there and help them.
We appreciate you tuning in for the First National Bank of Denison halftime report as the clock will tick down to 0. Second half action on the way here on your Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER with Big Z Sports. It will be the first time we've seen the new Lexington kick squad out there and return crew for Indian Valley as well. After winning the toss, Braves, no surprise, deferred to the second half. They are loading things up right about midfield. They're expecting an onside.
Yeah, they're going to be prepared to see what happens and see what new Lex does here, if they kind of turn and run and kick it, or if they spread out.
Kicker is going to be Eli Dixon, a junior, as the Panthers will fake running up to the line and now will spread things out. You see a lot of teams do that, where they're all bunched up and fake kicking it down there.
Yeah, and one of these times they're going to end up doing it, not paying attention, and knock the ball off the tee.
So Dixon has it queued up, and he will dribble it right up the middle, and there's going to be a man who grabs it. It is Bronco Braun, one of the up men on the onside recovery, who hops up at his own 46. Great job by Braun with the hands.
Yeah, and they come out with the right game plan right there, and Bronco Braun did a nice job as he kind of turned his body sideways as he could get a better job at fielding that ball.
Braves ball as they start at their own 46-yard line. Indian Valley will definitely be looking to put a heck of a drive here together and try to put it up to a 3-score lead. They'll go with the I formation. Kinsey's going to line up as your fullback. St. Clair, your running back. First man through is Kinsey. Nice block on the outside. There he goes at the 45. Cut back 40. He's got a lot of room down the right sideline. Into the red zone at the 15 and grabbed from the side and taken down as Kinsey goes 39 yards. And what a great job, though, by Paul Neely, a senior defensive lineman who had to track him down the field.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He had the right angle right there. And as Kinsey, instead of trying to run through somebody that time, he did a little sidestep and came back inside, and that kind of gave the lineman a little bit better angle right there and was able to grab a hold of him.
One play, one handoff into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Ball at the 15. Braves will bring it up to the line. 2-by-1. Hostetler out wide. Tight to his side in the slot is going to be Pacine. Barr. Actually, that might be Coates. Nope, it is Barr back there in the backfield with Kinsey and Williams. Williams will now line up as your quarterback. High snap, he corrals it, and he is swallowed almost immediately and might have lost a yard. Somebody missed their assignment on the left side, and Williams took a big shot.
Yeah, Kinsey and Williams kind of traded spots there twice trying to figure out what was going on. I don't know if they wasn't sure or if they was just trying to trick the defense into what was happening.
So they move backwards after the big run. Looks like Jaron O'Connor checking back in for the Braves. Letter winner lineman who subs in and out. We've seen him a lot tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes he'll come in on a defensive package when they go tight up front.
He'll now line up as an extra tight end on the right side. Coates is also going to line up on that side as well. Barr to the left side, Kinsey to the right side. Williams will actually go off the left side. He's got the edge, looks for a stiff arm. He's got it, cut back at the 5. Williams against the safety, and he's in from 16 yards out. Frank does it himself.
Yeah, just a nice job right there. He just muscled up, used a couple stiff arms, and just goes into the end zone.
First rushing touchdown of the night for the junior quarterback, and it's got the Braves up by 3 scores. Got past the initial contact from Terrell King, and then went through Spicer and held him up to get across the goal line. James with the extra point as the Braves strike at less than a minute and a half into the second half. Low snap. James is through it. A high one, and it will somehow make its way through. 21-0. Braves lead. Big Z Sports rolls on here after this.
Think Newtown Mall is just for shopping? Think again. With a great mix of local favorites and national brands, it's the perfect place to find what you need and discover something new. Whether you're checking out the latest trends, grabbing a bite to eat, or just enjoying the atmosphere, it's a great time anytime. Make a day of it, bring a friend, and experience the mall like never before. Stay in the loop. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and visit newtownmall.com to see what's happening.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 10:32 to go here in the third quarter as the Braves strike quickly. Kind of set up there, though, by that onside attempt from New Lexington that Bronco Braun was able to corral, and it was a short field for the Braves to work with.
Yeah, anytime you give Indian Valley short field like that, you're going to be in trouble.
Colt James, a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff, a low grounder, and it is corralled at the 30-yard line, and fumbling around was Carson McCoy. I think he was just trying to sit on it, but it nearly got away from him.
Yeah, he already had a knee down on the ground when he tried to grab it, so as soon as he would have got a hold of it, he would have been down anyhow, but he really couldn't get a hold of it, and he finally just did the smart thing and dove on top of it.
New Lex in that first half, 13 carries, 64 yards for Paul Stenson. Lane Ratliff had 31 yards through the air, but overall it was pretty tough sledding to find points. They did have some successful drives going. We'll see what they do here. Motion man, Spicer from left to right. In the shotgun, play fake, swing pass, right side, and out of room is going to be Spicer. Steps up to the 40 at the 45, and a nice move there, a 14, making a 15-yard pickup. There's the pitch and catch you need if you're the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we've always said that, with Indian Valley, sometimes if you can get it out there, if you get the right matchups, you can kind of turn those into some big plays right there, and New Lex was able to do that.
Was a 14-yard strike for the first Federal first down. Shotgun. Ratliff gives it off. Stenson looks for room off the right tackle, and he'll go up the middle up to about the 47-yard line, and a nice cutback lane and a nice carry, 8-yard pickup there for Stenson, picking off where he left off from the first half.
Yeah, just did a lot of work right there. Just kind of just lowered his shoulder and played big boy football and ran over some people.
Stenson will now come to the left side. They're going to go 4-by-1 here. Ratliff going to be in an empty backfield by himself. Deep shotgun for him. Only 2 down linemen. Braves cannot get set on their defensive line. And it looks like they're going to have a play change due the Panthers, so that might help the Braves out a line finally defensively. They'll bring 4 down linemen now, 1 linebacker in the middle. Motion man out to the left side in Toth. Ratliff looks that way. Now he's going to try to look down the field, delivers middle of the field. Kinsey was there, and he was on the receiver in Clayton Locke. It went over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, just kind of rifled it across the middle right there, and Kinsey was able to get his body in between him and the ball, and not sure if he got a hand on it or not.
Looked like it was high. Locke was looking for a flag to be thrown as Kinsey was in tight coverage. 3rd and a short 2, actually a long 2, I should say, and we'll see if they want to try to just go back to their bell cow in Stenson. He's been successful at a lot of short yardage runs. Shotgun, Stenson out wide offset in the shotgun to Ratliff. Toth motions from right to left. And there's a false start. Somebody got jumpy there, and Shannon, that's going to make this 3rd down a lot harder.
Yeah, and that's one of those things right there. Sometimes whenever you kind of get set and then you're looking at the sideline, you're changing plays, it just the emotion and you're wanting to get going, and the crowd gets somebody to lean forward and they lift that foot.
So now 3rd and 7, as it looked like they subbed out. Did the Braves? Bradley Barr brought in. Not sure who they brought in defensively to take his place.
Well, I see Bronco Braun's at a linebacker
That would probably
spot.
be Braun then. Now officials are going to converge, and I think they had a player actually asking for administrative timeout due to a cleat being untied. Well, at least he noticed it now and not halfway through the play.
Yeah, and the smart to go to the official and say, hey, look, I need to help getting my shoe tied here.
Always interesting thing about that, your sideline still gets to make some play changes if they want to.
Yeah, and if you're looking for any help getting some excavating done, get a hold of the folks at Kinsey Excavating, professional crew. They can come in, clear some land for you, put in some driveways, or maybe dig some trenches, whatever you need. Kinsey Excavating's got the answer.
And we are still waiting as the receiver out on that far side. I think it might be Eli Dixon who's having some problems with the cleat as he finally might have it tied now. Waiting for the official signal to start the clock once again, and here we go. 3rd down and 7, ball at New Lexington's own 47. Braves lead 21-0, 9:19 to go in this third. Trip to the Final Four on the line. 2-by-2, Ratliff has Stenson left in the shotgun. Another play change from the Panthers, consistently doing that. Braves defenders want their crowd to get loud. Ratliff, he's ready. He'll get the snap. Fakes the pitch. Now goes Stenson on the delayed handoff, and he runs to the back of his own lineman, and everybody from the Braves defense is there. A loss of maybe 4 as Stenson had nowhere to go.
Yeah, this is the big time call right here for Coach Board. Do you go for it or you go for the punt? And right now it looks like he's leaving his offense on the field. So Indian Valley's got to step up right here.
Stenson was stonewalled, and it's now 4th and 11. Shannon, you really don't want to give the ball back to Indian Valley's offense, but you might have to make that call because if you set the Braves up here with another short yardage situation, you could be in trouble.
Well, the first thing the Braves got to do is watch you don't jump off sides, and the second thing you got to do is get pressure in on the quarterback.
3-by-1 shotgun. Stenson motions left side. Ratliff by himself back to pass, and there's a flag. Whoa, Peterman had a head of steam coming after him, but another false start. And I think if you're Coach Kevin Board, this is going to take that decision out of your hands. You might have to punt it away, and sure enough, he's making that call.
I just think all the defensive guys were jumped up. They had a blitz coming. Riker Williams was out there. He's just dancing around. He was ready to fire off the line, and I think it just enticed somebody to move.
Braves will send Reese St. Clair back. Punter in wait will wait at his own 23-yard line. Boy, some more costly mistakes for the Panthers in terms of penalties. Waite gets it away with his left foot, hooks towards the right side. It's going to roll back. Indian Valley returner has to get away from it. Goes back inside the 20, all the way back to the Braves 16. Great punt there from Waite.
Yeah, and he almost kicked it right in the back of Carson Hostetler. St. Clair was yelling directions, and I don't think Hostetler heard him and kind of just about had that ball roll up his back.
Yeah, that would be one of those. That would be a very costly mistake if you're Indian Valley, but Braves will get the possession now up 21-0. Following today's presentation here on WJER on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, the Claxon Communications crew will post our YouTube replay so you can relive this one. I wonder how many people at home, Shannon, kept their radio dial off so they could watch it later and are staying off of social media too.
I don't know too many people who've got that kind of control.
I know I don't, as the Braves will keep this one kind of tight to the line. They'll go 1-by-1, receivers in close. Shotgun, Williams will motion Hostetler from right to left, fake to him. Williams will look for room on the right side, and he is grabbed from the side, spun around, still fighting forward, and he'll go up to near the 20-yard line. About a 4-yard pickup there for Williams, and it was grabbing him from the side, Terrell King. He got around the blocker. I think it was Coy Haney who couldn't quite hold on to him.
Yeah, just a nice job with a little bit of play fake right there. Like I said, he got a nice first initial jump, but King come in and made a nice play.
King, the junior linebacker, listed at 6 foot 160, got Williams around the hips and was not going to let go. Clock continues to roll, inching closer to halfway gone through this third quarter. Braves up by 3 scores. 2 running backs in the backfield. Kinsey lines up as your Wildcat quarterback. Looks for room on the right side. He's got the edge, tries to cut back, and he's to the next level at the 30, and he is hit from behind by a defensive lineman who knocks him down at the 28. Boy, hitting him there was big Eli Stevens. That was 2 trains colliding.
Yeah, Kenzie went low to take on one defender and ran into another defender. But, first down, keep the sticks moving, going to keep the clock running.
It is a first federal first down. That was the matchup that you and I were looking forward to seeing 2 guys collide between Stevens and Kinsey. Have not had a whole bunch of interactions so far tonight. Kinsey kind of out of the off tackle on both sides so far to this point. I-form. Barr, fullback, Kinsey, running back, play fake. Williams rolls left, tries to find a receiver down the field. Going to be a jump ball. Colt James is grabbed, tries to come back for it and can't make the catch. And there's the flag. Second time we've seen a Braves receiver go down the field, and the defender, realistically, Shannon, might be making the smart play if they've got position on him just to take him down and take the 15 yards.
Yeah, Colt had to come back for the ball, and as he come back, the defender just grabbed a hold of him. But like you said, now it's only a 15-yard gain instead of about a 35-yard gain.
So that will give the Braves a new set of downs and move them forward. That was one of those where Williams saw the receiver break away and get some separation. He had Bradley Barr coming out kind of in the flat or the intermediary who got open late, but decided to dial up the shot down the field, and it pays off with 15 yards thanks to the flag. Now at the Indian Valley 44, 1st and 10. Williams will bring Rowan Pacine in from the sideline. Pacine out wide, near side, close to us. 2 receivers left, James wide, St. Clair in the slot. Barr, your up man. Kinsey motions to the left side. Swing pass out to him. Williams threw it backwards. Kinsey's got a block on the outside from James. He's got the sideline, and he'll step up towards the first down marker. We'll see where they mark him officially. as he will go down to about the New Lexington 46. That should give him a first federal first down, and it will. A 10-yard carry that time for Kinsey as Williams threw the ball backward.
Yeah, anytime it goes backwards like that, it's considered a rush.
Adding to an already impressive rushing total, 11 carries, 111 yards in that first half, and 2 touchdowns. One by one, they'll motion a tight end from left to right in Bar. Shotgun, Williams left side of Kinsey. Pardon me. As it will be Williams at quarterback. He'll fake to Hostetler on the sweep. Williams looks for room, can't get past the first level, is stood up and grabbed and taken down at the 43. Harrison Ratliff, the inside linebacker, wasn't going to let him go.
Yeah, Ratliff grabbed a hold of him like you do a steak at Old Town Tavern.
Hey, I have no shame in that in the least.
Yeah, if you're looking for
takes one to know one.
If you're looking for a good steak in Tuscarawas County area, head down to Old Town Tavern in Tusky. They now have their new Wagyu steak, and Don't feel bad. Take your kids with you because they got a menu that covers pizza, wings, salad. They got all kinds of things down there.
Dale and Company know how to do it right when it comes to steak at Old Town.
They got us spoiled, that's for sure.
2nd down and 7, about halfway gone through the third. Braves with a tight end left, 2 tight ends rather, wide receiver to the right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Kinsey play fake. Actually, he'll hand it off to Williams left side. Blair with a nice lead block. Williams tries to stiff arm, and he goes up to past the safety and steps out at about the 24-yard line. Make it the 20-yard carry for Williams, and there's that extra wrinkle that we saw last year during the postseason run with Kinsey handed off to Williams.
Yeah, because everybody just put their eyes right on Kinsey right there, and he went around the side and gave it to Riker, and Riker was gone.
Inching closer to the red zone. Braves drive continues. Already up 21-0. New Lexington's defense, Shannon, kind of pretty quick to the ball, but initial contact struggling to get these Indian Valley ball carriers down to the ground in this second half. Pacine motions from left to right, tied up against the line. I-form, Kinsey at fullback, stutter step up the middle, into the linebacker, now taking on 2 safeties, and he's down to the 15. 8-yard pickup for Kinsey into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Well, I hate to say it right now, but it looks like the new Lex players are getting a lot of hands on their hips on defense. You're starting to get frustrated and trying to figure out how to stop Kinsey, and it's just not working, and you get your hands on your hips and kind of give up a little bit, and right now they got to dig down deep right here and try to get a stop.
McCoy subs out, and Chase Schreiner subs in for the Panthers defense. Upman and fullback in Bar with Williams having Kinsey to his right, 2 by 1. Swing pass, left side into the hands of the receiver, dancing around to St. Clair. He's got the edge, he's at the 5, and he's knocked down at about the 4-yard line. And now a flag might be late hit there.
It's a late hit.
As I think St. Clair was well out of bounds by the time he got popped.
He got hit, got knocked out of bounds, and was about two yards out of bounds whenever he got hit again.
That was a pickup as it stands of 11 yards on the pitch and catch, and move him half the distance to the goal closer. First time we've seen St. Clair in the receiving game. Some nice defensive plays so far to this point for him. A lot of deceptive speed on the outside from both St. Clair and James. We already know Carson Hostetler's got the speed, but both St. Clair and James can turn on the afterburners.
Yeah, and St. Clair, he's good at keeping his balance and making little spin moves, too.
I-form. Braves go heavy. Williams is under center. He'll turn, hand it off left side. Kinsey's going to walk in as the Braves set the edge and get Kinsey his 3rd touchdown of the night.
And I'm going to tell you what, Bradley Barr out there just completely ran over top of somebody and pancaked them.
Barr taking out of the play Colton Mathias as he set the edge, and Kinsey could have walked that one in. Braves now lead 27-0, 5 minutes to go in the third. James with the extra point on the way. James has been perfect in his other 3 attempts, and this one looks like it'll not quite keep it that way as it hooks left. 27-0 Braves lead. Big Z Sports rolls on after this.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment to stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Cartoons, a New Philadelphia kickoff on the way. 5:03 to go here in the third quarter. Braves up 27-0. Kinsey has had some hard running tonight, but thanks to the lead block from Bradley Barr off the left side, I think that might have been more of his easier runs tonight to this point.
Yeah, you like it whenever the guy that usually does all the hard work is able to go right in.
James drills it off of one of the up men, and sliding back and grabbing it is Matthias. He will get it at his own 42-yard line. I don't think James was aiming for an up man, but it nearly took the right carom to get back to a Braves gunner.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think he was just trying to kick it out, the squib, kick it out here in the flat like he did, and that one actually bounced off of number 20, I believe it was. Well,
it was Matthias who also made the recovery.
So I'm not sure who it hit then, but, I mean, they just got lucky right there. They was able to get that ball back.
If you did mean to do that, how do you think you call that in your playbook?
Yeah, that's a tough one there. I mean, you got a pretty accurate kicker if he can hit a player like that.
They'll go 1 by 2 in the shotgun. Now they'll stack the backfield with 2 running backs alongside Ratliff. One to his right, one behind him in Stenson. They'll do a play fake. Ratliff back to pass. He's got a clean pocket. A lot of time. Now he runs out of it as Riker Williams comes out of nowhere for his second sack of the game. Boy, I did not see Williams until at the last moment.
Man, Riker went in there and they were all fighting there for a while, and he finally got loose, and he completely lit him up.
Second sack of the game for Williams. He's got a rushing touchdown, 2 sacks, a couple tackles for loss. Frank is everywhere tonight.
Yeah, he looked like he had a guy open going across the middle, just not sure if he didn't see him or if he was worried about the defense sneaking in there for the interception.
Stenson motions to the right. Ratliff back to pass, middle of the field. He's got a receiver. It's Toth who breaks the first tackle, looking for the boundary. Now steps back middle of the field and is taken down across midfield by Pacine at the 48-yard line. Nice pickup that time of about 19. Good job by Toth with the patience. Ratliff stood tall in the pocket and hooked up with him for the third time.
Yeah, he stood tall right there. Luckily, they didn't get called for a holding penalty as Williams got completely tackled right there, and then the guy laid on top of him, and the official didn't see it.
Toth will come off the field now, and it will bring in Dalton Waite, the freshman, as a tight end who will line up as the receiver nearest to the formation, 1 by 3 in the pistol. Indian Valley pressing on the, not quite pressing on the edge, but up close to the receivers. Ratliff in front of Stenson. Ratliff getting everything straightened away. Couple hard counts now. Will take the snap, looks to the right side, delivers on a tunnel screen, bounces into the air, and nearly picked off, and it looks like it is.
Reese St. Clair.
Reese St. Clair off the deflection as it goes in and out of the hands of Clayton Locke as the Braves force the turnover. When you check it out later on the Rod's Heating and Cooling replay on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, when our replay is there, St. Clair looked up and it looked like a gift right into his chest.
Yeah, he did an outstanding job right there. As soon as it went up in the air, he started looking for it, was able to find it, like you said, and one of the smaller guys on the field out-rebounds everybody.
An unfortunate turnover there for the Panthers as it was set up well. Locke was going to have blockers in front of him, but it went in and out of his hands, popped straight into the air. Pistol set. Williams fakes it to Kinsey. Back to pass. Rolls to the right side. Looking down the field. Now he'll have a receiver who comes back for it, and Hostetler tries to corral it, but it bounces into him off the turf, and Hostetler can't believe it. Hostetler thought he had it corralled, but incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if he just followed through too far with the ball being a little bit slip. It might have just came out kind of low right there, but like you said, the official was staring right where Hostetler went down, so he had the best look.
Second down and 10. Williams so far on the night, 3 for 5 in the passing game, sitting about 75 yards or so. Has a hookup to Kinsey, Hostetler, and St. Clair. Braves break the huddle. Quickly, they'll get up to the line, and now we have whistles. It looks like a timeout, and it'll be brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. More regional final action on the way.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
With Room by Room, new from Carpet One, we've made finding the right floors easier than ever. Browse our curated collection of flooring options and shop by color, design, and lifestyle. Our local flooring experts will work with you to make your vision a reality and guide you with knowledge and easy-to-use tools to find the floor that fits your needs. So if you're ready to transform your home with beautiful new floors, scan the code to get started and come see the Room by Room difference for yourself. Exclusively at Carpet One Floor and Home.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio out of that timeout. Kinsey up the middle as the Wildcat as he'll go into the safety into the next level. But a nice tackle there will hold him up at about the 47-yard line. Pick up that time. It was on to the New Lexington side of the 47, an 11-yard carry.
Yeah, just an outstanding job up front by the offensive line.
Braves' offensive line has really been doing the dictating since we opened up tonight on the opening kickoff. Had been miscues, has been some holdings. Actually had a touchdown wiped off the board thanks to a holding, but it has not slowed them as they've got the 4-score lead. I-form. They'll go with Barr off the right side. He sidesteps a defender and another one, and the linebacker will finally recover. Actually, a defensive lineman all the way down the field at the 32-yard line to grab him. 14-yard pickup, first time we've seen Barr.
Yeah, and Barr just did an outstanding job right there. He just went to the hole that the offensive line made for him, and he just kept going and sidestepping people and shoving people and gets another first down.
When you see Barr, he is built like a true fullback, but he's a little more fleet of foot than you think he is. They'll go with the I-form. Barr, your fullback. Kinsey, tailback. 2 tight ends left side of the line. They'll fake the pitch play, and there's a little Indian Valley Classic as they'll go with Pacine as the slot back from left to right on the sweep. Will go down at the 29. 3-yard pickup there for Pacine. Minimal gain. Good job by New Lexington.
Yeah, they did a nice job reading their keys right there. Kind of caught that one pretty quick and was able to limit it to a 3-yard gain.
How many times through the years do you think we've seen that? Not the slot, just almost a wing off the left side, that fake toss, and then they'll get that sweep from left to right.
Yeah, they do a lot of different things, a lot of different formations, and that's what keeps this offense balanced.
Another formation, offset I, as Kinsey will line up to the left side. It's St. Clair as your tailback. He'll get the pitch play. He's got the edge and more at the 25, up to the 20, and take it out of bounds hard there. Nice tackle on the boundary, but St. Clair has it up for the first Federal first down. A 9-yard pickup for St. Clair.
Yeah, and that's one of those things right there. They did a nice job. They put Kinsey in the fullback position. He goes out. He's your lead block. They had the right angles. They had guys in pursuit, but with that speed of St. Clair, he's able to outrun the tackle to get a first down.
Another trip into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Braves have been there a lot tonight. Rain continues to steadily fall here from Coshocton and Stewart Field. 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Braves looking to put it in cruise and move on to the Final Four for the second straight year. Still got to polish this one off. Williams will take the snap. Now he'll swing it out to the right side. St. Clair's got some room. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Reese St. Clair from 20 yards out as Williams now with a passing touchdown tonight.
Yeah, St. Clair just did a great job right there. It was all set up by Frank rolling out there. Looked like he was going to keep the ball. That neutralized the defense, and then all of a sudden he just floats it out there, and St. Clair turns on the Jets.
That entire New Lexington defense almost was collapsed in the middle for the run from Williams. What are you supposed to do in that scenario when he just flicks it out to the right? Extra point upcoming from James. Last one hooked wide left. This one will be a high one again, and will hook through. 34-0, Braves in control. Big Z Sports back following this.
USP Sandblasting and Painting specializes in sandblasting, painting, high-quality graphics, decals, banners, and signs. Whether you have a one-time job or a company that needs multiple graphics, USP provides design services to create the attention-grabbing designs tailored to fit your needs. Since 1986, USP has offered sandblasting and painting services, providing customers with high-quality products and results. Give USP Sandblasting and Painting a call at 740-254-9061.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
The Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio for a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. $1:18 to go in the third. 34-0. Indian Valley leading New Lexington. Check out the replay later after the game is final on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Thanks to our fantastic sponsors. And, of course, the fine folks with Claxon Communications as well. Running clock is active here from Coshocton, as pointed out by our producer, Jaron Aber. Boy, what a performance it's been for the Braves. And until that point, as somebody was offside on the kickoff. I would imagine would be the call, Shannon.
That's what the call's got to be. It's got to be on Indian Valley.
That is what they signal. Not sure who it is, but I'm trying to look at the player who's got his hands up in the air. It's actually James who's looking around and saying, who was it who was too far up? Or did they have too many? For a second there, I thought maybe they had too many men on the kickoff, but no, it was just an offside. Now, mixed in with the great plays so far tonight that have the Braves ahead, there have been more than a few things that they're going to have to correct.
Yeah, they got to get a football back up here so they can spot it.
Yeah, the rain has really not stopped the entire night. It really started coming down right before kickoff. And honestly, we had some intermittent stops there in the pregame where we thought, maybe it's going to be a clear night, but Mother Nature had other plans here in Ohio.
Yeah, and speaking of plans, if you need to make arrangements for a loved one for assisted living or anything along lines like that, or maybe a rehabilitation center after a surgery at a hospital, look up the folks at Riverside Manor. They can help you with all that. Check out their Facebook page. You can set up a tour. And if you're looking for a job, look them up because as I seen a sign today, they're hiring for all kinds of positions.
Kick to an up man who will fair catch it at the 36-yard line. Grabbing it was Hudson Gardner. So 24 seconds to go. Clock will stop here until the officials whistle. Of course, coming up after the fourth quarter, we'll have our Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. We'll have to figure out our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. Shannon, you and I are already starting discussions with that. And I'll let you know that right now we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in there, and right now we're both kind of on different pages.
Stenson out of room. Brogan O'Connor's got him and takes him down on a 2-yard loss. As that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a Cush Financial Group timeout. Big Z Sports is back with your fours up in the air right after this.
Adventure starts at Addie Polaris in New Philadelphia. Whether you ride Polaris or Can-Am, they've got the machines, parts, and service to keep you rolling. Their certified technicians handle everything from first service to full service, plus tires and repairs on most major brands. Family owned and trusted since 1955, Addie Polaris is your go-to power sports destination for Ohio and beyond. Stop in today or give them a call at 330-339-3351. Addie Polaris LLC, where your next adventure begins.
U.S. Bagging provides the pipeline industry with filled bags and superior service by delivering pre-filled sandbags and other pipeline products to your job site 24/7. This saves you time and money. It allows you to focus on getting the job done. U.S. Bagging is also anchored to their communities. They'll soon celebrate 10 years at their Janaden-Hutton location. They're proud to be a sponsor of this high school broadcast and excited to support the athletes of the Indian Valley Braves for their hard work and dedication. Go Braves!
Final quarter of play here in this regional final. Region 15, it is Panthers ball in the shotgun. Stenson will motion out to the left side, 4x1 then. Ratliff's going to go that way. Stenson grabs the jump ball. He'll go out to the left side. Braun tries to take him down, but can't corral him. He's up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah,
6-yard pickup.
Bronco was able to finally bring him down, but he kind of got pushed a little bit and slid down his legs, able to tackle him, and that's going to bring up a big third down right here.
6-yard pickup, first time Stenson's got involved in the passing game. Right now for New Lexington, have not really been able to dial up any shots down the field. Pistol set, Ratliff in front of Stenson. They'll turn and give it off left side. Stenson will go back through. The A-gap is taken down, maybe a half-yard short of the first down marker. Give him a 4-yard pickup, fourth down, and no question the Panthers are going to go.
Yeah, they got to go for it right now and try to get this first down and maybe get down the field somehow and get that running clock stopped, because right now that clock is your biggest defender.
Yeah, we're already a minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Panthers getting the play call in from Coach Kevin Borden company. 1-2. Pistol again. Ratliff has Stenson in front of him. Stenson off the right side, cut back in, jump over the pile, and he's got a first down and more, and a flag in the middle of the field, and it's coming back.
Yeah, and not sure who's going to get with the hold, but it's going to be number 67 for the Braves was the one that got held.
Jaron O'Connor was pointing backward, I think before the flag even came out of the official's pocket. Standing back there was both Bodie DeCore and Paul Neely. Not sure who the guilty party is, but that fourth down tote from Stenson, wipe it off the board.
Yeah, and that's a huge penalty now, because now it's going to be 4th and long.
And now it looks like the Panthers are going to trot out their punt team. That will bring in Dalton Waite, the freshman punter, tight end linebacker, does a little bit of everything for this Panthers team as a freshman.
Well, if you're Indian Valley, you got to watch for the fake right here, but also they haven't rushed the punter all night. They've been staying off of the punter, so look for him to do the same.
Low snap. Waite might have I thought he almost had his knee down on the snap. It'll be a short punt that will now roll back and take a New Lexington roll inside the 20 at the 19, and a very late flag as both James and a defender in Dallas Neely were tied up here, and both went down.
Yeah,
might be offsetting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a holding. It's going to say James tackled him. He never threw the flag until the coach walked up and pointed it out to him. The coach sold it.
Thought for a second there was going to be an unsportsmanlike on somebody, but good point on the hold. So what was okay field position will now put the Braves back at about their own 10-yard line. But your job here is just to choose some clock, get down the field a little bit, and keep that running clock going. So the holding on James.
You know, that's one of the things that Indian Valley is going to have to clean up going into next week's game. You're going up against a very, very, very talented Glenville team, and you can't have penalties like this.
Braves will be at the their own 9-yard line. Last we heard, when we know the winner of this game goes on to play the winner of Glenville and Perry, it was it was Glenville who was up big at halftime. Looks like they'll go with a single back set here as Williams will go under center. Nope, I take it back. The fullback's just offset to the left side. Williams in no rush as he's going to bleed off some clock here before taking the snap. He'll turn and pitch it out. It's Bronco Braun who looks for room. Cutback lane. He's into the second level and more. There goes Braun up to the 30-yard line. 21-yard pickup for Bronco Braun, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, the Bronco just kind of got through there with a burst of speed right there. Offensive line did an outstanding job up front, and he shot through there and able to get a big gain.
We always say Bronco might lead the all-name team. You knew he had to be a running back with that kind of name.
Yeah, he's a special athlete in Indian Valley. Really good, really good wrestler. Also does track and looking to be the one to play middle linebacker next year, replacing Grady Kinsey.
I form as Williams will go under center. Misdirection. It's Braun again. Breaks off of one tackle, sidesteps another, and he's up for an 8-yard pickup. Nice job by Braun. 2 carries, 29 yards.
Braun right now is out there saying, Kinsey who?
You know what? You're probably right. That's probably exactly what's going through his head. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, 34-0. Indian Valley in control, looking well on their way to another Final Four appearance.
if you own a business or you're a school district looking to get some new signage up around your stadiums or some signs around your business, look up USP Signs and Graphics, located just in between Yerricksville and Jeanette and Hutton.
Braun, the tailback again in the I form. They'll give it to him. He gets a lead block there from Reister. He sets the edge. He gets to the 45, breaks another tackle at midfield, still going at the 49 of New Lexington.
It looked like he was going to go down, and his teammate Rowan Pacine said, "You ain't going down yet," and kind of helped him get away from one tackle. And looks like Coach Board is starting to send in a couple players to knowing it's going to be their last game, get them some playing time.
One of the players subbing out, the junior offensive and defensive lineman Eli Stevens, a little slow to get off the field. Stevens laying it all out there, but it has been a tough game. That was a 13-yard pickup for Braun. Almost halfway gone through the fourth. We'll get you a score update for Glenville and Perry here shortly. Also another game going on in Z Country. Garraway taking on Kirtland, looking for their own berth into the Final Four. I-form, handoff, it's Braun again, left side, corralled off the edge, hit by Spicer, falls backwards to the 45, a 4-yard pickup for Braun. The junior's looking good out of the backfield.
Kirtland leads Garraway 21-7 with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go in that game.
What was that score again, Shannon? I apologize.
Kirtland 21, Garraway 7, so...
Pirates locked in a fight there with the Hornets. We know Kirtland, such a tough team out of Division VI, year in and year out, always near the top. They'll go I-form again. Reisner, your fullback. Braun, your tailback. More misdirection. Right side this time. Braun was corralled at the hips and dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, clock going to continue to run. We just went under the 6-minute mark, and Indian Valley leads 34-0 here. Is going to be a third down for them.
End of the third quarter, Glenville leads Perry 35-7. So it looks like it's going to be the Braves and the Tarblooders come next week in the state Final Four.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 6 from the 45-yard line.
Braves break the huddle again. Outside of the running back-fullback combination, Shannon, I don't think Indian Valley has subbed any linemen or any receivers. Williams is under center. There's a little sweep into the hands of Pacine. Tries to break one tackle, and he will, but he gets dropped by the next man through a 2-yard loss. Nice tackle that time, I believe, by Chase Schreiner, the senior lineman.
Yeah, and that one tackle that he broke actually got him turned sideways, and that's kind of what slowed him up right there to make the tackle. One of the games that intrigued me going into the night was that Hillsdale and Danville game. Everybody was predicting Hillsdale to blow out Danville, and Hillsdale leading that game 25-20.
That's out of Division VII in their respective region. Punt time for the Braves, but they got the job done and bleeding some clock. One man will go back deep for the Panthers. Carter Neff into punt as it will go into the night sky on its end. It will go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Not a bad punt there for Neff, who really, you don't get to see him a whole lot in the punt game. Indian Valley has not had a lot of punts this year.
I think they've only punted 3 times all year.
It was something close to that mark. 4:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Oh, by the way, Shannon, apparently that punt doesn't count. That's according to coordinator and assistant coach Chad Peterman.
Coach Pete says we're not taking that punt. That was just a defensive move.
New Lexington takes over in what could be their final drive of the 2025 season. Playing for pride at this point, Shannon. You just want to point some points up on the board.
Yeah, you want to find a way to kind of move something right now. Indian Valley got quite a few different helmets in there on defense. I'm not sure there's anybody from the starting defense out there right now.
We'll do our best to call that out for you. It's Stenson, and he is corralled and breaks 2 tackles, but finally taken down from the edge, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Not sure who was the one. I think that might have been Bodie Raymond who was making that tackle for the Braves.
The first guy in the backfield was Braxton Van Fossen. He's the one that hit him in the backfield that got him slowed up so everybody else could get in there and make the play.
Van Fossen, a 6'2", 185 freshman defensive lineman. New Lexington really spreading things out, or at least the Indian Valley defensive line really spreading it wide. Shotgun for Ratliff. Stenson to his right, 1 by 2. Play fake, swings to the left side. Got a receiver who is lit up again on the swing on the screen attempt. as they'll help him back up off the field for the Indian Valley defender.
Adler Sell.
My goodness, Sell was on top of him immediately.
Yeah, Sell, 5'9", 145-pound junior, and he read that one perfectly. He took the blocking defender in there with him.
What a hit from Sell. Brings up third down now and 9 for the Panthers. Stenson, left side of Ratliff. It'll be a handoff. Stenson looks for room into the second level. Safety is there, and we'll finish him off at the 24-yard line. 6-yard pickup. Brings up fourth down. Fourth down and 3, and a sign of respect here from Coach Kevin Board to head coach Matt Lancaster as they're going to bring the punt team out, Shannon. Two quality teams tipping their caps to each other.
Yeah, just a bunch of respect right there between programs, and he's willing to say, listen, we were bested tonight.
Dalton Waite back in to punt again. He's been somewhat busy man tonight back there. No one will go back for the Braves on this return. Waite will line drive it. Let's see what role this takes. It bounces at the 48 and actually checks up there, and will give Indian Valley some good field position at their 42-yard line. Second team offense will be in for the Braves with 2:12 to go. Once the whistle sounds after the Indian Valley takes the field, it'll be all but over as Indian Valley will just look to get a first down or two and wind this clock down and set their sights on the state Final Four with the Glenville Tar Blooders ahead.
Yeah, they're going to come in and kneel on that ball and run that clock down. And you can't say what an outstanding job that the offensive line did tonight. Everybody kind of got involved in that game, and the defense showed up when they had to, and put a goose egg on the board.
New Lexington drum corps sounded pretty good in the background. Braves in the shotgun, two running backs either side, one by one. I'm not sure who's actually at quarterback right now. Cannot tell from here. High snap, it is corralled and kneeled down. So the Braves just going to take a couple kneel downs and then punt it right back to New Lexington. Shannon, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it might be Jeter Bullen, but it looks like it's TC Cannon.
Cannon earlier on this year getting what I believe was his first varsity touchdown in relief.
Yeah, he got a touchdown earlier this year. Not sure it was from the quarterback position or if it was from the running back position.
I think it was at quarterback, but I'm not sure. TC, another one of those multi-talented athletes on this Indian Valley team.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore.
A lot of good things ahead for TC and a lot of those underclassmen Braves. Although he'll chuckle after this one and say, hey, my yards per carry's going down after this, guys, as he's just in the backfield to take some knees. Looking ahead, what are the few things that you think Indian Valley's going to have to work on? Obviously going to be getting a rather sizable victory here tonight, but there were quite a few mistakes that the Braves are going to have to put on film, especially before you get to the Final Four.
Yeah, the biggest thing they got to do is there's a lot of penalties that they got to get cleaned up. You're going to go up against some pretty tough competition in Glenville, and you got to make sure that you can't beat yourself with those penalties.
40 seconds to go here, and it would be one final kneel down for Cannon, and that will do it from Stewart Field in Coshocton. Final score tonight's going to be 34-0. Indian Valley with a statement win in the regional finals, moving on again to the state Final Four. Shannon, this Braves team has not fallen since the regional rounds of 2023, and if they keep playing like this, going to be a very tough out again in Division 4.
Yeah, and this is one of these teams that people kind of tend to overlook them because of their size, and sometimes they're like, they can't hang with the bigger schools and the athletes, and athletes are measured by a tape measure and a stopwatch. That doesn't measure what's on the inside and the heart you got. So
what's in behind the nameplate on the front of your jersey?
Yes, they just they do an outstanding job as you see them getting ready for the trophy presentation out there.
Well, we'll step aside for a few moments, and when we return, it is the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show as we are set to wrap things up from Coshocton. Don't go anywhere. We're still going to have our McInturf Realty Player of the Game presentation and your final stat line and final thoughts. Indian Valley wins 34-0. Big Z Sports back right after this.
Hungry? Swing by Tusky Deli, right in the heart of Tusky. They have the lowest prices on deli meats and cheeses, a fully stocked freezer and cold food section, and delicious grab-and-go sandwiches, wraps, salads, and more. And now, every Friday, they are firing up their brand new pizza oven for made-to-order pizzas that are hot, fresh, and unforgettable. Stop in, stock up, and taste the savings. Check out everything they offer by finding the Tusky Deli on Facebook. Tusky Deli, local, fresh, affordable.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
Katie, I don't know how you get to work so early, and you even have time to stop at McDonald's.
It's so quick with the McDonald's app. I order and pay from home, pull into the pickup spot, and they bring my food right out. Or I can just run in and grab it from the pickup area.
I always remember the app once I'm already at McDonald's.
But that's okay. Just use it when you order at the drive-thru or inside. Open the app, get your code, and you'll earn points toward free McDonald's food. Plus, the app is loaded with daily deals.
Suddenly I'm having a Big Mac attack.
That sounds good. I'll order it from my app.
The McDonald's mobile app. I'm loving it.
Tales Minerals LLC is a locally owned, family-operated business in Denison, Ohio. They manufacture premium deer minerals and feeds built to improve herd health, boost antler growth, and keep your sites active all year long. At Tales Minerals, it's not just salt in a bag. Every formula is professionally blended and registered through the Ohio Department of Agriculture to ensure your herd gets real results. Do it the right way, not the easy way. Visit talesminerals.com today. Tales Minerals LLC, built on faith, proven by results.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return-to-home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
It's game time and your pizza shop has you covered. Grab all your favorites, pizzas, oven-baked subs, crispy chicken dinners, and so much more. And during the game, score big with a large one-topping pizza for just $6.99. Stop by your pizza shop, 152 Front Avenue Southwest, New Philadelphia, or call 330-339-4888 to order now. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook for all the daily deals and specials. Your pizza shop, hometown flavor, game day favorites.
Fall is here and those leaves aren't going anywhere on their own. Let Wolf's Lawn and Landscape Solutions handle your leaf removal and trimming so your yard looks clean and ready for winter. Then when the snow starts to fall, stay cozy inside as Wolf's residential snow removal program will take the stress and the shovel off your hands. From fall cleanup to winter care, Wolf's keeps your property looking its best all year long. Call Wolf's Lawn and Landscape Solutions today, 330-204-3933. Old Town Tavern in Tusky offers you a menu full of choices, all cooked in their wood stone brick oven over an open flame, which provides layers of flavor to each dish served. Taste the difference with the pizza, sandwich, brick oven pasta, and the popular choices of steak or chicken. Old Town Tavern is open Wednesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. To see all Old Town Tavern has to offer, find them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialist in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills. Get certified. Get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Welcome back to Coshocton and Stewart Field for the final time tonight in the regional finals. The Indian Valley Braves pick up the 34-0 victory over the new Lexington Panthers, and we'll be moving on to the state Final Four. And Shannon, it appears the Glenville Tarblooders will be ahead, a team that last year during Indian Valley State run, a lot of people had some curiosity as to whether or not that would be your matchup. Glenville getting bested by Sandusky Perkins, so didn't get the chance to take on Glenville. So now we still get to run that showdown. It's going to be a fun one next week.
Yeah, and like you said, Glenville comes in. They got a lot of big names, a lot of big athletes according to a tape measure and a stopwatch. And Indian Valley is just a physical farm town football team that I call them. And yeah, I wouldn't count them out against anybody.
So, looking at the final score from tonight, that 34-0 victory for Indian Valley. What a night for Grady Kinsey out of the backfield. 17 carries, 190 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a 37-yard reception as well. And overall, a fantastic game by number 22 once again.
Yeah, he did an outstanding job. He does a lot of things right. His offensive line, they show him all kinds of love and protect him all night long. And They all do great things, and he's a special athlete.
And I remember, I believe this happened last year too for New Lexington after falling in the regional semifinal. All of the seniors and actually all the players coming through and giving hugs and high fives to their teammates. The final time that this group will be together on a field. This is the heartbreaking part of the postseason.
Yeah, and that's one thing that your career eventually has got to come to an end. It didn't end the way they wanted to end, and They put up a hard fight all year. They've had an outstanding year under Coach Board, and they're going to continue to do great things in the future. And tonight they just ran into a football team that hasn't lost in 2 years.
Well, Stenson, after having 64 yards in that first half for New Lexington, only about 20 in a close amount of similar carries. The problem was they couldn't keep giving it to Stenson because they already found themselves behind as far as they did. Tough sledding for the senior as he will round out his career. What a career it was, though, here at New Lexington.
Yeah, just he's one of those players that you want on your football team. Mm-hmm. He's a leader on the offense, on the defense. He's the type of kid that do everything to make his teammates better. He's had a great career, and his high school career isn't over. I'm sure he plays other sports, but as for football, you hate to see kids like that graduate, but he made this program better.
Overall tonight for the Panthers, biggest problem, they got some drives that had some success. They were able to move the ball, but just couldn't finish, and that was a similar problem that they had last year, too, in the regional semifinal round, just unable to find the end zone. They were able to a couple times last year. This year went up against what we have called a very improved Indian Valley defense, and it certainly showed tonight.
Yeah, and the defense for Indian Valley is a defense that's really made adjustments all year long, in-game adjustments, and they've done an outstanding job. And the coaching staff gets them better and does a lot of great things with them, and they continue to improve week in and week out.
Well, for Indian Valley in their victory, quarterback Riker Williams tonight was 4 of 6 as he was able to hook up on a 20-yard touchdown to Reese St. Clair. He hit St. Clair twice. St. Clair also had an 11-yard reception. Carson Hostetler with 27 yards receiving, and Kinsey, the leading receiver, at 37 yards. Williams also rounded out his night with 10 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown and 2 sacks. He was all over the field, was Frank.
Yeah, Frank he was the difference on that defensive line. He made some nice moves, made some big hits, and he's just an outstanding athlete, leader of that football team, and not too many people expect to see a quarterback on the defensive line hit that hard.
Titan Peterman, Hayden Riggs, and Bradley Barr all serve McInturf Real Final Four on the way. Huge thanks you to Claxon Communications tonight. Coming up here after we officially go off the air, they will be posting on our YouTube channel. You can catch all the action from tonight's contest on our YouTube channel. For both Jaron Aber and Jeremy Holbrook, we really appreciate their time tonight. Down on the field, whether it was Daniel Adams, Keith Thomas, or Chris Cale keeping you informed, we greatly appreciate their efforts as well. Final score for the final time from Coshocton, 34-0. Indian Valley wins, and they're on to the Final Four. For Shannon Thomas, I'm Nick McWilliams. So long, and don't go anywhere, Z Country. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.